Annie Bennett. They said Saturday, you know, say they start the thing late. I'm gonna make a move. But me soon, the next 10 minutes or so, me set up and start the live, you know? Because I see them start, you know. I want to thank the people them where hit the like button and thing. I'm gonna be streaming the debate same way. After this meeting at St. Mary, I'm gonna stream the debate. So don't go anywhere. Share the live. Share it in our group for me. Just give me 5 minutes. I soon reach where I go. And then I go switch over to my computer when I set up here. Karen, where you going with? Big up yourself, you know. Almost reach, man. As I say, you can stick around because I'll be streaming the debate plus the St. Mary meeting in this one live. So we are going to be up until around 12, depending on how long the debate is still. We're going at you. God bless. We are dealing with. Big up. Who that? Sassy, what's up? Me I go up on mute because when me I go now, the noise I go there, so me I go switch over to my computer here. So only give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes to set up. Me I go turn off my camera, me I turn off my microphone here. People, me I go live on the computer now.
Woodbine! Select a play with tune.
Shalom and shalom. Hey, this a few clocks, bad man. Yeah, man. Time come. Come down. Hey, Marky J. Are you already placed, you know? That's our boy. Yeah, man. You have a confidence in our victory. Them boy, they fear the culture. A vulture, them. Listen what I say. You feel come down now. Some politician feel come down now. Andrew, you feel come down now. Darrell Vaz, come down now. Hey, I don't know like wow. A full time now, we boy era clock go. Michelle Charles feel come down now. Juliet, yes to feel come down now. Come down now, man. You know, see a piece so far we shot. Me nah exhort no politician, but the boy bro God, he must scrape too long. Listen me, your clocks Batman. You and your friend full of your corruption. You think
he's up. So comrades, know that we have the future government seated. We have to big up. So comrades, we have to make some nice for the MP them. Make me hear it from the Western St. Mary, comrades. Who are the comrades from Western St. Mary there? Time come for our Woodbine. Who are the comrades them from Central St. Mary there? Who are the comrades them from Central St. Mary there? Time come for Omar Newell. And where are the comrades from Southeast St. Mary? Time come for one Chris Brown. Comrades, make welcome your next members of parliament for St. Mary. Be upstanding on your feet for the next Prime Minister. The next Prime Minister. Just remember, say, the lady,
can't say we never did
Mrs. Sandra Golding, call her husband.
No more Golding, him come here to teach you. Alright,
the children call him daddy.
Take a lot of God bit and shut it, I go fit you.
The people,
no trouble, take a lot of God shut it, I go fit you.
Call him their member of parliament.
Jamaica love how Mark Golding is working.
We call him
step out in
Comrade Leader Mark Jefferson Golding.
I say a little
and the rest of Jamaica know him as the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. Comrade Mark Jefferson Golding. Welcome to St. Mary.
Fever, Lord God, bro, God gets fever. How are we? I'm but about the black tank and get suspension. Can't believe I remove on behalf of the station.
Alright, comrades, easy.
My
Easy. Comrades. Comrades, we're going to kick it off. And we're going to kick it off fast, quick and fast, with some quick greetings. But I have a big up. Comrade Dr. Morris guy. Big up yourself. Comrade Morris guy.
My father Banya, my grandmother Banya, my grandmother Banya.
Easy, comrades. Heart of love. All right, comrades, hear me now. Comrades, I need your attention for just 1 minute. Comrades, hold on, man. Hold on, comrades. Comrades, we're going to start the thing now. So here we are now, comrades. Comrades. I want you to make welcome to the microphone. So comrades, I'm going to ask you, comrades in the front right here. May I talk to you a little bit? Comrades, I'm not step on your finger, darling. Comrades, please, you see if you have the board them, members say what kind of boss up here. You understand? We kind of want the camera to catch a good party leader, incoming president, and incoming prime minister of Jamaica. So please, when you're in the middle, now hold up the board them too, I no say, we are shout out the thing. So right about now, comrades, we're going to kick it off with greetings, very short greetings from His Worship the Mayor, Comrade, Councillor, Fitzroy, Wilson. Make him feel welcome.
Well, no selector not there. No selector not here. As the first citizen of the capital, I decree and declare that the selector shall go home.
My father Banya, my grandmother Banya, my grandmother Banya.
I just want to say a few words. If you notice the voice is almost gone, so I won't be long tonight. But please allow me, as the Mayor of Port Maria, the Chairman of the Municipal Corporation, and the Councillor for Boscobel Division, to welcome you all to Port Maria capital. Welcome to Port Maria. I also want to acknowledge our next Prime Minister of Jamaica. The next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Comrade Mark Golden. Welcome, Comrade Golden.
One Arville Woodbine. Oh! One Arville Woodbine.
I want to acknowledge
you're deaf.
Comrade Senator Floyd Morris, who is on the stage. Big up yourself, Comrade Senator. I want to hail our long-serving Member of Parliament for Central St. Mary, Honorable Morris Guy. Comrade Guy, I want to also acknowledge the next member of parliament, the real future member of parliament who have a future in Central St. Mary, Omar Newell.
Stand digga ding dang digga ding dang digga ding dang dang. Marky G, I know you are champion. Everybody wave on the right hand. Put up your fist high.
I want to also acknowledge the real man who is going to give the former member of parliament for Southeast St. Mary the name and nature. When Chris, we're on the 3rd, Chris, I gonna make sure say him done for real. Big up yourself, my real G. My real G. And me tell them, say, me have to carry him on my back. Me I carry him across the finishing line. The next member of parliament for Western St. Mary, Omar Woodbine. To all my councillor colleagues, that is backstage and in the crowd. To all the comrades in attendance. To all the labor rights that is listening near and far. Because what I realize, everywhere I go, the labor rights follow me. They seem to love me. The only thing I don't like, the labor rights don't carry the message as I say it. They always twist it and tell lie. Because no labor right cannot bring a good message. That is why they bring message from their prime minister. Because none of the message them no good. Tonight I want to say to you, I am pleased with the campaign so far. I am pleased with your support in St. Mary. And we said it before.
Comrades!
We said it before. We did it.
Comrades!
February last year. We are going to do it September this year again. We are going to walk boldly, proudly through St. Mary as comrades. Because we have worked hard. We are the honest party. We are the real G's. And the real G's are going to carry this through. I want to say to you, don't be complacent. Don't say we win already. Make sure we bring out everybody to come and vote. Me start by plane ticket already for people to come down. Because me say, and this is what I'm saying to you, days gone by them used to say PNP broke. With Marky G, the People's National Party can't broke. And I must signal and say thanks to the party secretariat. It's the first in a long time that I'm seeing us getting so much support from Party Central. Party leader, big up yourself. The money is not going in vain. I want to say to you that if them think say money can make we lose this election, they make a sad mistake. Because the whole of we have money now. Comrade leader, I'm not going to touch on certain things. Arville Woodbine rich long time. Chris Brown rich long time. No mention Newell. Because Newell done rich long time. So you want me to say, comrade? Hold it now. Tonight, I want to send a message to the local government minister, Deadman Mackenzie. I want to say to Deadman Mackenzie, your days are numbered.
Comrades!
I want to say to the comrades and the people of St. Mary, we need a better local government minister.
Comrades!
We need a local government minister who don't just look out for PNP and JLP, but look out about everybody. Our present minister of local government only look after the JLP people them. The town of Port Maria, look at the town since I come in Port Maria. Your comrade leader, we should be streaming live on the screen around the front. Your mayor has brought screen into Port Maria since we've been here. We have put wheelchair access to all the major streets in Port Maria capital. We have beautified the town, we have cleaned the drains, and the difference is noticeably. Walk around to the municipal building, look at pride and dignity for St. Mary. Look at St. Mary pride with all our artists, all our athletes, and our famous people for the parish. We have displayed them that people who don't know, say, St. Mary them come from, them can know, say, Capleton come from here, Ninja Man come from here, all of the other artists them come from here.
Comrades!
When we are through, if we don't think, say, the municipal corporation at work, just watch when we get one good local government minister who believe in the people and believe in cleanliness and order. You can walk through the town of Port Maria without stumbling over vendors on the sidewalk. You can walk through the town of Port Maria now without having taxis running over your foot. I am saying to you, I am happy for the support from the business community. I am happy for the support from the police and the health department. I am happy for the support from the vendors and the well-thinking citizens of St. Mary. We are not just developing Port Maria. We will be going into Anata Bay, Highgate, Orokabesa, Gale, all major townships. We are saying to you, Anata Bay, Southeast, Chris Brown, pretty soon the market will be opened, the newly renovated market. We want order in every town. We want production and we want real prosperity, not JLP prosperity, for all. And I say to you, on behalf of all the councillors in the St. Mary Municipal Corporation that is well-thinking and have the people at heart, I say to you, welcome to Port Maria. The word is love, one heart, one destiny. Bless up.
Sound the trumpet. The ship just sink.
Honors and respect and big up.
Jamaican people.
Big up,
who don't know since the time come to deliver right them. Pack up and go.
Ease up, selector. Comrades are moving right along. And right now, I want you to make welcome your comrade, your doctor from Central St. Mary. Comrade Dr. Maurice Guy. Welcome.
Hey, done well. It's about it when the time come. Some are go charge for corruption. Oh yes. It's about it when the time come. Some are go charge for corruption.
For the parish of St. Mary. Your worship the mayor. My apologies. Comrade Senator Floyd Morris, our next Minister of Housing. Comrades of St. Mary, welcome to the constituency of Central St. Mary. But comrades, I want you to listen to me. I don't usually like to speak to insignificant things or people. But there's a man going around playing a music. I say, how are you run for? But I want to tell him, say, the only reason why I'm not running is because I'm going to give him a man who is going to give him a bigger backsiding than I never get before.
Ashalawa. Hey, this a fake clocks, bad man. Yeah, man. Time come.
And secondly, comrades.
Are you already placed, you know?
Said man.
Yeah, man.
Said man. Go up on the platform. And this is what he said. No, leave that out of it. We all know that. This is what he said. The man said a dog can represent the people of Central St. Mary. And I want, before he demits office, to apologize to the good people of St. Mary for calling them a dog. But he's whatever, leave it there, so.
Me not take intimate.
I don't want, hold on. Comrades, I am not a lawyer, but I have one in the house. And I want to tell him, say, call me name and tell me when and where, or else I might follow KB.
Hey boy, don't pass your place. Not even up, you come out.
But anyway, comrades, that is the insignificant thing and person are talking about. Let's move on to good things. Comrades, you have been in Central, been my strongest supporter, and you have made me your 5-star general. Comrades, you have continued the strong tradition of the People's National Party in this constituency because you recognize that this is a party that is going to take you out of the quagmire that the Jamaica Labour Party has for this government. The People's National Party is a party of progress. The People's National Party is a party of ideas. The People's National Party is a party for everybody in this country, not just a few. And we have a leader in our party whose integrity is impeccable, whose honesty cannot be questioned, who is a man who stands for everybody in this country, not just a few like such man. Comrades, I have taken on a task, and I told my party leader weeks ago when we spoke in Arakabesa, that I am working to ensure that St. Mary is restored orange. Orange in Southeast, orange in Central, and orange in Western St. Mary. Years ago, comrades, our then party leader, Joshua Michael Manley, said St. Mary has been so supportive of the People's National Party that we're going to name it St. Michael. Not St. Mary anymore, but St. Michael, in honor of our party leader. Comrades, I want on the 3rd of September, as we go out to vote, as we carry our neighbors out to vote, as we carry our auntie and with granny and with children and every comrade and those sitting on the fence to vote, that we mark and put our X squarely beside the head, comrades. Squarely beside the head for the People's National Party, for Omar Woodbine, for Omar Newell, and for Christopher Brown, and make Central, make Western, make Southeast orange again for the People's National Party, and to make our leader, Comrade Mark Golding, the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. One love, comrades, one heart, one destiny, one future with the People's National Party.
You see the elders then?
In the place. I see the councillor for Islington. Comrade Everton Garvey, big up yourself. Comrade Paul Fife, Deputy Mayor, big up yourself. I see Comrade Councillor Corinne MacDonald, who did say the prayer, big up yourself. And the next councillor for the Hampstead Division, Comrade Vivian Silvera, big up yourself. And we have right here on stage, Comrade Davani Byfield, councillor for the Gale Division from Western. Comrade councillors, big up on yourself. Comrades, right about now, we're going to hear from the Baileysville Dan, from the professor, from the great, the one, the only, Comrade Professor Floyd Morris.
Comrade Chairman, Comrade Member of Parliament in waiting, Comrade next Prime Minister of Jamaica, the outgoing Member of Parliament for Central St. Mary, and the 5-star General Maurice Guy, the Comrade Mayor for Port Maria, Comrade warriors and foot soldiers of St. Mary, the word is love. Comrades, I traveled in to my parish from Kingston, coming to Port Maria Square, and when I reach at the post office, and I look to the east, and I look to the west, I look to the north, and I look to the south, and PNP River come down bank to bank, comrade.
That is funny, honey.
And comrade, we are sending a warning to the Labourites that come September 3rd, St. Mary will be PNP country again.
My father Banya, my father.
So we're telling the man who get billions to fix the Junction Road, and the road can't done, that Chris Brown going done him on the 3rd of September. Letter from a leader to give him, and me with me out of order self, looking at the letter, and when me read the letter, it's the retirement package that the leader of the opposition has sent for Bobby Montague because Omar Woodbine passing in a political boxer.
Oh my God, that is funny.
And let me tell you something. The Labourites, them bright, you know. Because through them, sissy, me and my good up comrade brother had an internal challenge in 2023
Them things say me did not go walk away and leave the labor rights to come take charge of Central St. Mary. But on the 3rd of September, as it was in 1989, as it was in 1993, as it was in 1997 and 2020, we're going to give the labor rights another political backside. And let me tell you something, comrades. We're gonna set the things right in a St. Mary. Because Marky G said to me, St. Mary has been faithful to the PNP. And when we become government after September 3rd, we go and build houses in St. Mary as they have never been built before.
My father Banya, my father Banya.
And I tell you, Chris Brown has already identified lands in Southeast St. Mary to build his 500 affordable houses. Woodbine has identified lands in Eden Park to build its 500 houses.
Banya, my father Banya, my father Banya, my grandmother Banya.
And Omar Newell has identified lands in Central St. Mary to build his 500 houses. And we're going to roll out the Porsche right across St. Mary. And comrades of Central St. Mary and Port Maria in particular, those in Frontier Phase 2, we're going to roll out the Porsche around here, but we also going to expand the town of Port Maria and make Port Maria a new and modern town in Jamaica. And it flood. You can't walk past the bridge round here. We're going to make sure that when we fix that road, you have a brand new bridge so that the people of Western St. Mary not get washed away again by water when the river rain floods.
As long as we're doing well, we do well. Omar, what you we out here?
You must understand that me born ya, me grow ya, me live months in about ya, and me now left ya. And when the PNP win, we're gonna make sure that St. Mary get its fair and due reward from a PNP government. And so, on the 3rd of September, give us Chris Brown in Southeast St. Mary. Give us Comrade Woodbine in Western St. Mary. And give us Comrade Omar Newell in Central St. Mary as we march on to progress and march on to victory for the People's National Party. Put your heads beside the head. One love. God bless you, comrade.
Time come. Some are go charge for corruption.
No. I want to big up a councillor, I say. But is it a councillor? If we call him name, we're not going to know who. So we have to big up councillor Big House from out of Rockabessa. Councillor Big House, big up yourself. So comrades, We are get down in it, you know. It's time for your government come talk to you. It's time for your government come talk. But comrades, I want to just remember one thing, you know. I want to remember one thing. It's love we are deal with, you know. It's love we are deal with. And you see, even when them say some things about a comrade leader, you see, even when them say some things about with General Secretary, we know say what your love we are deal with, you know. And you see the love we are deal with. On September 3, when you go to vote for Comrade Omar Woodbine, make sure say you carry 10 of your friend them with you. And them 10 of your friend them, you tell them they carry 10 of them friend. So when the day is over and the ballots are counted, Comrade Omar Woodbine will be the next member of parliament for Western St. Mary, so you can have real leadership and real representation. Make Comrade Omar Woodbine welcome.
One Arville Woodbine,
comrades.
Never two. You're deaf. We are still around.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Comrades, 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 comrades. Comrade Chairman, Comrade Floyd Morris, next was the Minister. Comrade Chris Brown, next MP for Southeast. Big up yourself. My brother Newell, big up yourself. Sir Mayor, partner in crime. Western St. Mary will be fine. Big up yourself. Comrade Young Golden, welcome to Western St. Mary. Comrade Maurice Guy, respect you. It's a pleasure to have you, sir. Comrade Guy has been a mentor to us, and he would have given Western St. Mary and our St. Mary his full support. And Comrade, we really appreciate this, sir. Love and respect, boss. Comrade, our next Prime Minister for Jamaica, Comrade Marky G, welcome to St. Mary. Love and respect, sir. Cancerian, I'm a Cancerian brother. Both of us are Cancerian, so I know him and he knows me. Comrade of Western St. Mary, are you here? Southeast St. Mary, you there? The garrison, Central St. Mary, are you here? Big up, comrades. 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 The campaign would have gone full circle. And now we are back right where we started. And within 10 days, we have an election. Comrade, it's serious time. Comrade, this morning a man called me on message and said, Woodbine, I've never seen you smile on stage. Yeah, we see you smile tonight. I said, brother, I don't run joke with PNP business. Things so serious, we get up and smile and laugh. After the victory, you will see a smile and a laughter. But when I run joke with PNP business, too long we have been suffering under the JLP, especially in Western St. Mary. We have a member of parliament over there. 40 years in representation of politics. 40 years he has been out of us boss, he might have him foot in our neck. We can't breathe in Western St. Mary. And I'm saying to you this time, Friday gone, I'm officially a candidate. Montague must go this time around. Montague is now, they are driving around promising and buying out voters, buying out indoor agents, buying out workers. I'm saying to you, PNP, get serious about this election. No buying out this time around. They are trying to infiltrate our workers, trying to get to our indoor agents to compromise them. Workers, get serious. Don't sell your soul to the JLP party. We have suffered too long. We have suffered too long. And the ball is in our court to win this election. We can't manage because of 20,000 and 5,000. You sell we out. We can't manage one more term under the JLP party. Come on, let's get serious.
Don't worry about that. Things are changing, man.
Under the PNP party, under our new regime, development will be coming to Western St. Mary like you've never seen it before. Brand new roads, potable water, low budget homes. You heard Comment Flight Boys talk about homes and the regular homes them here. These are low budget homes where one man can take NHE money and buy a $9 billion home. We're gonna build these homes on government lands. And if you qualify for NHE and the house value 12 million, we're only gonna charge you $9 million because we give you the land free under the People's National Party next regime.
Things are changing, so things are gonna change. Things are changing, so things are gonna change. I'm just hanging on, I'm still the same. I'm not a change man. Tell them I'm the same one. Hey, me get that dream last night and the dream tell me things are changing.
Cut it sound. Comrades, all NHE youths will be getting 500,000 free to pay down on your home. Because we have recognized that sometimes you can't find that 5% for your NHE. We're going to give that amount of money free to you so you can purchase a home from the housing trust so you can afford and own a home to raise your family and to uplift your life. Comrades, I built homes. And when you're building and doing construction, when you're doing construction, not only the homeowners benefit, PNP get work, JLP get work, women get work, the vendors get work on these sites. The vendors now for wait until people dead. If you go sell and make a money, you're gonna get work on the site and make money right across Western St. Mary and St. Mary as a whole.
They don't know my stuff, they just know my sound.
Is coming, man. Better days is coming. Comrade, we are young, vibrant leaders, the two Omar and down. And we're not gonna sit down and wait and JLP to mash up this. We're gonna take charge and kick out and kick down all doors. All doors. Any status quo that is not designed for the youths in Jamaica, we're gonna kick down those doors and walk through them and move St. Mary forward. No longer will we wait. No longer we're gonna follow. You see, comrade guy know when to make his transition. He now wait to come out of Parliament in a wheelchair. He hand it over to the general. Them have some politicians that send me feel like say, we are going to watch and get old and this and hold it down. No longer we will stand and watch man take you. He can get one more year over the 40 to continue over there. We're going to mash him up over there.
Things are changing, man.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Closing. All the campaigns, they are going on well. We want to show and to bring the support and to bring them and to show that this support can be and transform into voting. We want this support to transform into voting. We want by 2-3 o'clock on election day. 2-3 o'clock on election day, the 3 seats in St. Mary are declared. Clear. We are promising this, sir. 3 seats in St. Mary will be coming home for the Jamaica, for the People's National Party, and for Jamaica. Chris Brown, my brother, in Southeast Central Omar, will be walking on those streets with you, sir. Comrades and friends, the word is always love. Few more days left, comrades. Don't be frightened for the money. Just a few more days, comrades. Hold on tight and watch out. Bring this home for the People's National Party. One love, comrades, one heart, one destiny.
Easy, reasonable doubt. Big up yourself. Comrades, I want to tell you, say, where I see comrades are rolling from all over the place. Big up, comrade Eugene, Kelvin, brother. Heart of love every time. So, comrades, when we are drive through the hills, we see some pretty sign put up, you know. And we say, boy, PNP really are going with themselves, you know. And when you reach further around, you see some people on the side of the road that say, boy, you know, say, a time come for Southeast, you know. And when you reach up further in another bay, and you say to people, say, yo, I want to go another place, they must say, look, you know, man, time come, and time come for Chris Brown in Southeast St. Mary. So, comrades, if you're tired of the labor pain in a Southeast St. Mary, if you want to see back hospital or not to be here, welcome your next member of Parliament, Comrade Chris Brown.
Get ready to go.
Time come. Some are go charge for corruption. Oh yes.
Why, Bolo? Some are going to charge the corruption.
Time come. Some are go charge for corruption. Oh yes.
Comrade party leader, and next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Comrade Mark Jefferson Golin. My mentor and my friend, the 5-star General of St. Mary, Comrade Dr. Maurice Guy Haleman. My fellow candidates, Norman Dunn, I am giving you a warning. Comrades, I can feel the PNP victory moving through the parish of St. Mary, from Dover in the east to Highgate in the center to Prospect in the west. It is going to be PNP, 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 PNP. Comrades, there has been a heightened state of scampering up and down by the little man in Southeast St. Mary. Since nomination day, road are fixed left, right, and center. Chicken are distribute left, right, and center. Things that have not been done in 9 years have been done in 3 weeks. But comrades, they recognize that all that they are doing, Southeastern St. Mary is done with done. So comrades, I was in Zion Hill 2 days ago, and I heard some people say, Chris, they are so desperate, I hear them talking. But I have a saying and a word to give to them. I said, oh, be a worker, oh. You cannot touch the Lord's anointed.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
So my message to you tonight, comrades, as we gather here tonight in Port Maria, is for you to stand firm. Reject the $10,000. Reject the $20,000 and stand firm. Reject the rum and boom and stand firm. Reject the fame farm work card and stand firm. Reject the last minute road work and stand firm. Comrades, I see the other day, them send a man who got the biggest political backsliding in Southeastern St. Mary in history, Dan Creary. Him and him brother walk up and down, I go on like a them run Southeastern St. Mary. They worked together when Richard Creary was the candidate in 2011, and we defeated them with Dr. Winston Green. So let the word go out tonight that I'm unafraid of nobody. Unafraid of no boy, no girl, nowhere, no how. So bring them come, cause we go and whip them.
That is funny, honey. That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
Comrades, under Mark Jefferson Golin, we're ready. We are ready to give the people titles to them land. We're ready. We are ready to build houses across Southeastern St. Mary and St. Mary because we're ready. We are ready to give the youths them jobs. We are ready to move forward under the People's National Party because we're ready. Comrades, many of them who were in the cabinet had to be removed from the cabinet and placed on the backbench because them either thief money or they did some corrupt act. When you call the name Marissa Dalrymple, backbench. When you call the name Andrew Wheatley, backbench. When you call the name J.C. Hutchinson, backbench. When you call the name James Robertson, backbench. When you call the name Everett Warmington, backbench. And when you call the name Bobby Montague, backbench.
Paid for by the People's National Party.
Keisha.
What?
Why am I never saying at the exam?
I never have enough money to pay the school fees, so I just couldn't do the exam.
Comrades, the truth is, comrades, if we were in a real democracy, Craveny and Joe Holness would have been on the backbench too. So since him can't find himself on the backbench, we in St. Mary is going to send him a message on September the 3rd and put him on the Jamaica Labour Party squarely on the backbench. So stand firm, comrades. We are marching on to victory. No work I can't stop with. In Southeast it is going to be PNP. In Central it is going to be PNP. In West it is going to be PNP. So wave your flag for the People's National Party. Wave your flag for Mark Golden. Wave your flag for victory for the PNP. One love, one heart. Boss, boss.
Comrades. So comrades, I want to know something. I want to know something quick and fast. That no day, no time, no labor right government can walk in a PNP government shoes. You see, our next Prime Minister, we know that him have clean hands and clean heart. We know that he is certified. So comrades, if you come from Central St. Mary, you know of a man. Them call him Omar Newell, who will be your next member of Parliament. Make him welcome Omar Newell.
Oh, not talk so much for me. When I'm cuss, when I'm going to complain. Know where we come from. Just can't get me off of your brain.
Comrades of Western St. Mary, let me hear you. Comrades of Southeast St. Mary, let me hear you. Comrades of Central St. Mary, I want to hear you roar. Make some noise. Comrade Chairman, Comrade Prime Minister in waiting, Comrade Senator, Comrade Mayor, Comrade Dr. Morris Guy,
Big up yourself, sir. My colleague candidates in St. Mary, I heard somebody said today one Omar, and I said no, it's two Omar, but it's one Woodbine. And it's one Newell. And everything Chris. And comrades all, I greet you in the name of Horace Clark, Morris Guy, and the People's National Party. Selector, what my song there?
That a Newell them style, big Ben spark up and elastic.
All right, selector, easy. Comrades, I hear a man once say, if you don't show people your pedigree, them take you for mongrel. And over the last few days, a whole lot of things have been said. Because people who are not accustomed to achieving cannot understand how a little boy could grow up in a one-bedroom house with 5 on one bed and make it to one of the top universities in the United States. And so, the little man where them send to compete in Central St. Mary, who is the weakest of all the candidates who nominated on Monday.
Embarrassing.
Him and him
He needs some milk.
that we can relegate representation to who got the most party and who attend the most bake sale. So I want to tell you, comrades of St. Mary, I now going on a posting picture business with a guy about party and bake sale. But I just might. Tell them when them post a picture of them candidate graduating, I will post a picture of me attending a round robin. Hey.
Boss, boss. That is funny, honey.
If I ever militant.
That's funny.
And further, let them know.
All lies will
when
be
they
exposed.
post a picture of their candidate who spent nearly 20 years in the police force and left a constable, when they post him getting a promotion, I will post a picture of me attending a
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
It's serious business.
That is.
And I made a promise to the leader, so I'm not going to talk long. But I have offered myself to be your candidate because I believe representation is serious business. I am coming to you because I have a suite of plans that you have given your input to and your blessing to, and I believe strongly that it will improve your quality of life. So when them ask you about party, tell them Newell have plans. When them ask you about round robin, tell them Newell have plans. When them ask you about bake sale, tell them Newell have plans. We're gonna build a minimum of 500 housing units in this constituency of Central St. Mary. The party leader put me as the deputy shadow for industry and commerce. And we are going to transform Ballard's Valley into an integrated development that includes residential and commercial. We're going to have factory space. We're going to have warehouse space. We're going to put in logistics. And we're going to create employment for our people.
Worry about them.
Plans. We're going to transform the road network because the party leaders committed to spending less on highways and more on interior roads. And we're going to make sure that the road from the highway to Robbins Bay is rehabilitated once and for all. And the people in Robbins Bay will take care of the rest.
Worry about them. I'm a little boy, my granny say feel no friend. We born a water house and now I'm on the mountain.
Tell them we have plans. We're going to transform Horace Clark High School into a center of excellence for technical vocational education and training. And we're donating the car next week.
Worry about them. I'm a little boy, my granny.
So tell them, say, whether them a labor right or PNP or no P at all, if their child goes into 9th grade at Horace Clark in September, they will be able to leave 11th grade with a level 3 certification from heart in auto mechanic and go look work and make money in them pocket.
And the weekend. Shan't stop him.
Tell them we have plans for Paji Beach, but we're not going to do it like them. Because any development we do at the beach, the people will have free access to the beach because the beach belongs to the people. In frontier, and unlike them other ones who bulldozing people from land all over Jamaica, we're going to give people them title so poor people can leave them land as an inheritance for them people. You see, comrades, I chose the People's National Party and I chose to apply to be a candidate with Mark Golding as leader because I see the contrast between the PNP and the JLP. And nowhere is that contrast as evident as in Central St. Mary. I'll tell you a story. Just today, we have to add something to our budget, comrade leader. Because my opponent, make big flyer, took over some people fun day in Highgate, promised them $100,000 in sponsorship. And when them call for get the money, tell the people them all him can give them is a few bags. That is not integrity. That is not leadership. That is not what the people of Central St. Mary deserve.
Call it brave, don't call it love.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
When people ask why so many young people follow Newell, why so many old people follow Newell, it's because I have grown with you and you know that I am a man of my word. When I say I'm going to do it, I do it. What I say I'm going to deliver, I deliver it. Hold on. The same thing happened with the Marlin tournament, where I'm commit to play for the second place for the tournament. And when the people call him, they can't get to him. My wife and I had to step in and sponsor the first and second place. We are a party of integrity, and we have a leader who is a man of integrity. A man who, even when the PNP was in power, was always fighting, even in the most austere of programs, and saying we need to do something for the poor people. We need to ease the little man. So comrades, the only thing left for ask, are you ready for Chris Brown to be the Member of Parliament for Southeast? Are you ready for Omar Woodbine in Western St. Mary? And are you ready to hear tonight from the next Prime Minister of Jamaica, the man who will bring us into a new direction of progress? Make some noise and welcome to the platform, Jefferson Golding Waddle.
Humble like column. Tell them boss for every boss, done for every dime. It's about it when you
time come. Some are go charge for corruption. Oh yes,
we're ready. Yeah.
Why Bolo?
Some are go charge for corruption.
It's about it.
Time come. Some are go charge for corruption. Oh yes.
The entire Jamaica know Golding are the best and it's true. The road, the people are really still love. Whoa! Every Jamaican put your hands up so.
You know, It pains my heart when I see what this government is doing to the great sprinting legend of Jamaica, Usain Bolt. It is a disgrace. The man invested his money for his retirement in an institution regulated by the Jamaican regulatory body for investment.
Oh my gosh. Port Maria, you feel electric tonight. What a vibes in the house. All protocols observed. I want to big up everybody on the platform. Your worship, the mayor, Senator Morris, Dr. Morris Guy, OMC Lenroy, and of course, your three candidates here in St. Mary who represent the up-and-coming generation of young PNP politicians across the nation, in whom I am well pleased. Starting in the west with Comrade Omar Woodbine, moving to Central, yeah. Moving to Central. Moving to Central with Comrade Omar Newell. And then in the south, southeast, in the southeast with Christopher Brown. And comrades, a special shout out of love and appreciation to all of the items who are here tonight, who have been on the tour across the parish today, and who find yourselves here in Port Maria to support your party. God bless you. What a wonderful night that's
been. When you want to talk about good leader, you have to talk about Mark Woodbine. I me say forward, Marky G, forward. Forward, Marky G. I me say forward, Marky G.
Comrades, last year in the local government election, the people of St. Mary were very good to the People's National Party yet again. And we took the council and restored it where it rightly belongs, in the column of the People's National Party, under the mayor, His Worship, Comrade Fitzroy Wilson. Comrades, a full circle now, and we're in the national, we're in the general election in just a few days' time. And I'm asking each and every one of you to repeat that victory again and return St. Mary, East, West, North, South, all three constituencies, Central, Western and Southeast, to the People's National Party so we can feel irie together.
Sound the trumpet.
Orange country.
Just sink. Jamaican people, who don't know since the time come for the labor right then. Pack up and come and leave out.
Comrades, the next PNP government is going to be a government that has to transform Jamaica. We are taking a country which has been through 10 years where the economy has not shown any appreciable growth. And the Prime Minister has a habit of departing from the truth and has been saying that the Jamaica Labour Party rescued Jamaica. The whole world knows that that is not true. Because when the People's National Party came to government last time round in the beginning of 2012, we inherited a situation where Jamaica was on the rocks. We had abandoned the IMF program. Our name was mud in the international community. And under Portia Simpson Miller, Sister P, and Peter David Phillips and the team, we steadfastly rebuilt the reputation of Jamaica. We got ourselves back into our program to transform the economy, to build the revenues of the country, and to reduce the national debt. We delivered on the program in such a way that the managing director of the IMF herself had to fly down to Kingston, Jamaica to big up Dr. Peter Phillips and the PNP government.
Yes!
And because we knew that we couldn't trust the other side with the ship of state and the management of the economy. We had to strengthen the fiscal rules, and we had to ensure that every government going forward would maintain the momentum and keep Jamaica away from the shores of bankruptcy and on the right path to fiscal prudence. So we put it in the law, and they have had to maintain what we started because it is in the law and they can't depart from it. So Andrew Holness, stop talking about you and your government. Rescue Jamaica. You and your government are a huge disappointment to the people of Jamaica, because what you inherited was a platform on which to grow a strong economy and create wealth for the people of this country. And you've let us all down with anemic growth, little growth, and no wealth and no prosperity. I shouldn't say no wealth, because there are a few who have made money in large numbers, and they tend to be the friend and company of those who are in the government now and the members of the government themselves. That is why we have to build back trust and confidence in the leadership of the country by maintaining utmost integrity and accountability in what we do when we form government. And that is my intention. We are going to introduce impeachment into the Constitution so that there cannot be a situation again where a member of parliament is caught on video in a car park holding a massive wooden stool and beating a woman bad there for everybody to see, and nothing happens to that person. And in fact, he's once again a candidate running for the Jamaica Labour Party in Central Westmoreland.
Yes!
All of our spokespersons and shadow cabinet members have signed the Integrity Commission's Leadership Code of Conduct. Every single one of us committing to the 7 principles of good governance and international standard. Not one Labourite has signed it. You have to ask why. It can only be because they don't believe in that. When we form government, I'm going to amend the law so that all members of the executive who are part of the government will have to have their Integrity Commission declarations published in summary form, as is the case now for the leader of the opposition, and should be the case for the Prime Minister. But his can't be published because his is not certified, because his thing is not straight. And we are going to amend the gag clause in the Integrity Commission Act, because right now we know that there are 10 or so members of Parliament who are under investigation for corruption, an offense called illicit enrichment. The only one who we know of right now is the Prime Minister himself, because his report came to Parliament.
Embarrassing.
But there are people being asked to vote for persons who might be under investigation and nobody knows. That cannot be right. So we're going to amend the gag clause so there's a better balance between protecting people's reputations and transparency and public information and important issues. Comrades, we have a number of important policies for the workers of this country. First of all, there is this use of contract work, which is being abused in some cases, keeping workers on a string with these short-term contracts that they keep rolling, denying those workers the full raft of benefits that Jamaican employment law is supposed to guarantee. We are going to change that by legislation and by moral suasion as well. And comrades, we want the workers of Jamaica to get a little ease from the cost of living crisis. So we are going to remove tax from overtime pay for all workers in the public sector and the private sector earning under $6 million a year. Security guards, police officers, nurses, firefighters, all workers, when them payday come and they don't get the tax and the overtime, they'll have more money in their pocket and life will be a little bit easier under the People's National Party.
March, march, march.
And for in the tourism industry, the hotel workers, we have been advocating that their tips and their gratuity should not be taxed. Right now, when their tips are collected by the hotel and they get it in their payroll, in their pay at fortnight or monthly, it is taxed. A promise was made by this government to remove it. They haven't done so. The next PNP government is going to deliver for the hotel workers, and their tips and their gratuity will be received without tax. They'll have more money in them pocket when they get paid a month in or fortnightly. We are going to remove tax from people's pension. So the old people, the elderly, the infirm, those who have served a career of service for the nation and now relying on their pension will not have to pay tax on their pension. And we're going to ensure that the necessary arrangements are put in place so that persons who should be receiving their pension get their pension. Because right now, many times, they have to wait for months and years after they retire to start getting their pension. And it's not fair on them. Life is hard on them when they can't get their pension. We have to sort that out, and we will do so. Comrades, you will have heard, I hope, because we have been talking about it all the time, our plan for the students to ensure that the children who sometimes don't attend school because their parents don't have lunch money will no longer have to miss school, because we're going to guarantee a hot, nutritious meal for every needy child at primary school and in secondary school under the EASE program. And for those who struggle to send the children to school because the transportation is too high, we have the right program where we'll be providing a subsidy. 10 for each child. We'll be providing a subsidy, 10,000 per month per child, if we check it out and see that they are struggling with the cost of transportation to reach school. And the money for the feeding program and for the ride program will be spent with the farmers and will be spent with the transport operators, so they will benefit as well, and the economy will have more money in it, and people will feel better off, and the children will have an easier time and will be able to learn in school and fulfill their potential. And of course, we have the first in family scholarship too, because we believe in education as an antidote to poverty. And I have seen with my eyes children who are bright and have worked hard and done what their parents tell them to do and made their parents proud, keep out of bad company and do well in their exams, get a whole heap of subjects, but they can't cross the financial barrier. Well, we are going to implement the first in family scholarship. If you are the first child in your household to have qualified for university or college, you will get a full scholarship under the next PNP government so that you can pursue your dreams and qualify yourself for a better job and a better life. And we expect you, in turn, to help your brothers and sisters. Yeah, man. But comrades of St. Mary, all of these programs, and we have others too, and I urge you to familiarize yourself with our manifesto and look out for the ads that we're running on TV and in social media, where we take out the different elements of the manifesto and explain them in plain English, in easy Jamaican language, so you can understand it. Because we want you to know why it's important that on the 3rd of September, the People's National Party form government again. It is not just about getting rid of a wicked and uncaring and corrupt government. That is part of it. But it's also about ensuring that Jamaica can develop and that Jamaica's economy can grow and that the people of Jamaica are invested in and can support the kind of growth that is needed to transform our nation from one where so many of our people have to aspire to leave our shores to make it in life to one where they can stay right here because the opportunities are here for them to improve themselves and achieve their hopes and dreams. So the 3rd of September is a vital day for Jamaica. One aim and one destiny is what we're pursuing. And that is time come for a better life. Time come for a better life.
Marky G, you know you are champion.
Yes, selector. So St. Mary, I have to ask you as I wrap up, are you ready for the three candidates here? Omar, and Chris, are you ready to bring them to God knows? Are you ready for the People's National Party to form government and serve the nation again? And are you ready for Ayman, Mark Jefferson Golding, the one the nation now calls Marky G, to be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica? Comrades, you look like you're ready, and you sound like you're ready. I feel the vibes, the wind of change is blowing. Victory will be ours. One love, comrades. God bless you all. The word is love.
Look at the people raise.
And for the JLP, Pernell Charles Jr. And for Team PNP, Damian Crawford. The guidelines for tonight's debates have been previously agreed and are posted on the Debate Commission's website at www.jamaicadebatescommission.com. The guidelines include questions being no longer than 30 seconds and each team being allowed 90 seconds to respond to each question, and rebuttals are limited to 45 seconds. The questions posed in tonight's debate will come from two sources. The first, you, the public. You can send us your questions via direct message on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to Jamaica Debates. These will be checked, selected, and asked by our social media editor. The second source of questions is from our panel of journalists. Unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond our control, there will be no interpretation for the deaf and hearing impaired. Now, based on a previous coin toss, the first question tonight comes from Natalie Campbell, and it will be directed to Team PNP.
Good evening. The People's National Party has been highly critical of several Jamaica Labour Party programs, including the rural school bus system. You say you have better options. Which programs have you earmarked for immediate discontinuation, and what timeline are you proposing of replacement programs to ensure continuity of service to Jamaicans?
Good afternoon, good evening, and thank you for that question. Productivity means that there is a balance between effectiveness and efficiency. Effectiveness means doing the right thing, and efficiency means doing the thing right. Indeed, the separation of students from adults and the organized contribution of carrying them to school is a wonderful concept. However, how the JLP intended to execute, I believe, is highly inefficient. First of all, the cost of buses for 300 million based on the information we have received, and then 800 million for the refurbishing of those buses would indicate an inefficient use of resources. Additionally, we have seen where new buses, Toyota buses, coaster buses that could have been used would have been a more appropriate purchase, and that would have been within the same cost. Additionally, the ineffectiveness of these bus system would suggest that very few children would be able to be moved. We have over 440,000 children to be moved, and at this point, those buses will be best capable to move between 4,000 and 8,000 on each day, indicating that the vast majority of children will still not benefit from that program. And so one thing that we'll immediately discontinue is one that doesn't incorporate the principals, the guidance counselors, and be more targeted in ensuring that those who are finding it most difficult to get to school are able to get to school, in particular deep rural children.
Thank you so much. Team JLP, your rebuttal.
Thank you. The Jamaica Labour Party is doing what the PNP has not and cannot do. We want to keep our children safer. And we are using the savings, $1 billion savings from the JUTC, where we have cut theft of diesel and shifted to CNG, to buy 110 new buses at $1.4 billion for our children. The parents will save $180,000 per year annually per child, and the children will be safer, greater attendance, they'll be safer at school, cameras, wardens, Why not? It's best for the country.
Thank you very much. Romardo has the next question, and it will go to Team JLP.
Good evening. Despite the 2025 changes to NHT loan limits and the modifications so more minimum wage earners can qualify for grants, many youngsters have lost hope of one day owning a home. What will you do to ensure that in multiple offer situations for properties, youngsters aren't outbid by older Jamaicans with much more to offer?
Firstly, thank you for that question. The Jamaica Labour Party has ensured that we focus on our youth. On a general way, we have increased minimum wage, we have increased support for youth, we have specialized in terms of ensuring that our youth are particularly aligned in terms of delivering houses. There's a special allocation under the NHT, and while we increase loan limits and increase the income bands, we've ensured that there's greater access to housing for our youth and for all Jamaicans. Let's be clear. How we have managed the economy is exactly why we now have enough money to increase housing solutions to 34,000 houses and 60,000 more to come. Even the youth who more to come. For the Jamaican youth who solutions, housing developments, and the total national development is based on the fact that we have not only been able to save more, but our focus is on increasing economic development completely as a country that has suffered wage freezes, suffered heavy taxes. For 8 years, we've had no new taxes. All of these things have impacted our youth positively. So the youth have more money in their pockets as we also increase the tax threshold. So the youth who are at the entry level are able to present more to the NHT.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Team PNP, your rebuttal.
It's hard to rebut someone who seems not to know what he was saying. So I'll go to the substantive response. The People's National Party manifesto makes it very clear. We have several programs that will make it easier for the average Jamaican, young people in particular, to own their own home. One of which is waiving the requirements for them to be able to pay the closing costs to the amount of $500,000 per person. We will also allow them through the rent-to-own program for those who do not have a payslip or work as barbers or tattoo artists to use their rent in a house built by the NHT. That rent will be converted to a mortgage, and their credit rating will be based on their propensity to continue paying.
Thank you so much. I think we can take a question from social media. Amoy?
Thanks, Janella. Well, this social media question comes from the Jamaica Environment Trust, JED. They're asking, industrial pollution incidents like the repeated Rio Cobra fish kills continue without meaningful consequences for polluters. What measures will your government put in place to guarantee stronger deterrence?
No secret that as a country we have not been protecting the environment as we should. The People's National Party is committed to protecting the environment. We will ensure that the body that is charged with the protection of the environment does its work. And so we will have a second look at NEPA. We will make NEPA independent, and we will also create an independent tribunal for NEPA. Apart from that, the environment impact assessment is something that we must look at. The People's National Party is committed to ensuring that the requirement for environment impact assessment is legislated. For us in the People's National Party, we can't talk about the economic development. We cannot talk about community development unless there is the protection of the environment. And we are committed to doing that. We will do this by ensuring that communities are part of the decision-making process when it comes on to environmental issues. And that is why we are committed to signing the ESCAZU agreement, which will ensure that there is access to information so people know about development or pollution in their area, that the community has an opportunity to speak and share their views, and certainly that there will be access to justice when environmental rights are breached. That is our commitment from the People's National Party, because time comes to protect the environment.
Thank you so much, Team JLP. Your rebuttal?
The People's National Party has never been serious about environmental protection. In their last time at the wicket, they proposed a coal plant to generate electricity in St. Elizabeth. They proposed the development of the logistics hub in the Goat Islands, including saying only Two Little Lizard was over there by the former minister in charge. But beyond that, they have a leader who could not bring himself to vote for the plastic ban when the matter came to the Senate. They have never demonstrated environmental leadership. This government has. It is why at the last time there was a serious industrial incident in the Rio Cobre, this government drew down on a $117 million bond, the single largest consequence for environmental breach in the country's history. It is why this government also passed recent amendments to the NRCA Act that allowed body corporates to be charged upwards of $10 million at a judge's discretion. This government is serious about the environment. We have demonstrated so. We have demonstrated so internationally, and it is why we will continue to lead with new elements of the plastic ban, with amendments to the WLPA, with accession to the SPA protocol, and it is why we are recognized as an environmental leader globally.
So we're just getting started. It's now time for a short break, but there will be more when we return.
The general elections debates are presented by the Jamaica Debates Commission. Watch, listen, decide, vote.
Tomorrow's success will depend on the decisions we make today. At the Scotia Jamaica Foundation, supporting the well-being of our nation is more than a choice. It's a heartfelt promise to the community.
People, wanna hear the lies them already? The first liar with Pernell Charles Jr. say. He first thing him utter a lie out of his mouth. And then this man have the audacity to come talk about them environmentalists. Mattis Amoda, I come talk about environmentalists and them a standard bearer of environment. And them have secret deal with blouse and skirt company where violate the environment. Eh? Or you for be standard bearer for environment and you have secret deal with a company where fire. Yo, the way the deal set, not even people in the community can sue. The government now support nobody where sue the company. No matter what damages happen to the Rio Cobre. And them come talk about them and yo, Mr. Moda, listen to me. If I was at that debate, listen me man. We are shut down every lie told. Me cannot believe me I hear them something here. Let's continue.
We lift families and grow a modern economy.
The proceeding was paid for by the People's National Party. The following is paid for by the People's National Party.
Yeah, every month my parent and still no one nothing, bro.
Yeah, that's why I rate the PNP plan, you know.
Oh, the plan to remove the land cost from the low-income house them?
Yeah, man, the same plan that G. House price are drop both are ground.
Yo, I mean, many sheep are serious enough.
Oh, yeah, so my general, 50,000 new low-income houses not the first term.
But my work informal, bro. I don't feel that you work for me.
General, them set the plan just for you. When they are taxi driver or barber like yourself, 6 months rent will qualify you for your mortgage.
Yeah,
yeah, man.
That big.
Yeah, man, plus young people are trying to get a house for the first time. First time owners, 45 and under. I will get 500,000 grand towards the housing deposit. How much you can use that to walk in a house?
45. That means you can't own no house now. Well on there, brown man, how much?
The proceeding was paid for by the People's National Party. The following is paid for by the People's National Party.
If you work long hours to keep Jamaica running, you deserve to take home every cent you earn. For too long, our police officers, firefighters, security guards, and hospitality workers have been taxed on their overtime and gratuities. That ends with the next PNP government. We will remove taxes from overtime pay and service charges. Because if you give more, you should keep more. You put in the extra work. You go beyond the call of duty. Your sacrifice should be rewarded, not taxed. It is time for fairness. It is time for respect. Jamaica, time come for a better life.
The proceeding was paid for by the People's National Party. The following is paid for by the People's National Party.
Prematurity is a medical condition, not a cause of death. I am not speaking to you as just a politician, not as a PNP, not as a doctor, but as a Jamaican. We must put Jamaicans first. We must modernize hospitals and clinics, expand primary care, train and keep more nurses and doctors, strengthen maternal and child health, and expand mental health services in every parish. This is about more than healthcare. It is about life, dignity, and hope.
Issues debate presented by the Jamaica Debates Commission. We invite you, the public, to send us your questions via direct message on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to Jamaica Debates. Now we invite Romardo Lyons to begin this segment with a question for Team PNP.
Last year, just a little over 1,000 councillors were employed within the public school system. In some cases, one councillor served up to 3 schools. That's one individual to thousands of students. Your 2025 manifesto promises a Jamaican education system that is globally competitive. How do you plan to fix the student-councillor ratio?
Thank you very much for the question. Indeed, it is our intention to ensure that we have an improved education system. The current reality is that it is moving in the wrong direction. In 2015, literacy in Jamaica was 84%. Currently, it's 65%. Indeed, in 2015, 5 subjects, including math and English, was 28%. Currently, it is 19%. In fact, to use mathematics, which the government has recently celebrated, after last year, the minister indicated that it was a critical problem. This year, with much hoopla and celebration, only 9 dege more children passed mathematics. And they said it was a great occurrence. The People's National Party will accept and acknowledge where we are, because in 2015, 14,000 Jamaican children passed mathematics, and in 2025, only 7,826 Jamaican children passed mathematics. This is a part of the malaise that is happening within the education system. What we will do in particular as it relates to guidance counseling is to incorporate and hire more guidance counselors, but also to form the Department of Socialization to utilize not only the guidance counselors, the deans of disciplines, and also the persons who are most familiar with the children, which would be the form teachers. That will expand the number of adults to children ratio and have the guidance counselor be informed by those who are most related to the students.
Team JLP, your rebuttal.
The Jamaica Labour Party believes in our children, and it believes in their social well-being, their mental health, and their support to ensure that they will be their best selves and then become the best productive citizens of Jamaica. We certainly recognize that education is not where it needs to be, and that's why we commissioned the Education Transformation Commission, led by Orlando Patterson. We have set up a plan. We have 30% in. We know what's not measured does not get done. The PNP talks about transformation, but they have never transformed anything in this country. We will ensure under a trend program with more involved parents, more empowered teachers, more involved students, that our students succeed.
Thank you so much. Our next question comes from Natalie, and it is for Team JLP.
As Jamaica seeks to harness the economic potential of large-scale entertainment events, what is your strategy to ensure that these opportunities are balanced with the fundamental rights of motorists and residents to freely move without undue disruption to their lives?
It's no secret that urban planning was lacking for the last 50 years. It's no secret that the heartbeat of Jamaica has been its cultural and entertainment industries. It's no secret that under the leadership of Olivia Babsy-Grange, Jamaica has grown from strength to strength in harnessing the power of these awesome industries. In the next term of government, the JLP will ensure that all urban planning for our town centres contemplates and plans for entertainment zones. We have also moved rapidly to ensure we have reserved space for 24-hour event zones. But that is but one part of the parcel. The next component also has to be how you encourage the human capital. But encouraging the human capital has to create the structures that allows young people to see a total future in it. It is why we're proud of the pension scheme that has been introduced for our entertainers, because our young people now know that there is indeed a future. But beyond that, we have structured our tax regimes in a manner that will encourage significant investment in the entertainment sector. We have created the space where those who wish to invest in movies, those who wish to invest in sound, will indeed come to Jamaica. We're not going to throw new funds that we know will indeed trigger new taxes, because that indeed has been the hallmark of the PNP, new taxes.
Thank you so much, Team JLP. Team PNP, your rebuttal.
Yes, it is no doubt that the orange economy is called orange for a reason. The People's National Party has been central to the development of entertainment in this country. Indeed, the Tools of Trade was introduced by the People's National Party for the extension of benefits to the entertainment industry, so that they too could act as if the manufacturing, farming and other industries in the importation of their inputs. In addition, it seems that the taxes are not the only things that are being stolen by the Jamaica Labour Party, because the idea for the entertainment zone originated with the People's National Party. What is crazy is that the Jamaica Labour Party believes that the solution is in one single venue, and one single venue cannot solve a problem that exists throughout the entire country. We will ensure appropriate zones and community zones.
Thank you so much, Mr. Crawford. And now, before we go to our social media, Natalie has indicated that she would like to use her first of 2 follow-up questions so that our viewers understand the process. Both questioners have the ability, or they can ask 2 follow-up questions, and both teams have 45 seconds within which to answer the question. Natalie, go ahead.
So I wanted to hear more about the balancing of how do you protect the motorists and the residents who have undue delays and been stuck in traffic for hours in the interim until those zones are designated up and running?
Well, obviously the zones are indeed the long-term strategy, but in the interim we'll bring all stakeholders together, being the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the municipalities and the promoters themselves, to ensure that there's adequate parking. We would have instituted many park and ride events for national events, which would have seen significant reductions in traffic. But just to note, the idea for the entertainment zone did not originate with the PNP. It actually originated with Edward Philip George Siaga. And it is this party that has had the strongest relationship with the cultural industries and has put its money by way of investment into these industries. But to be clear, the infrastructure that is required is being invested in by this administration in multiple venues.
Thank you so much, Mr. Samuda. Thank you so much. Team PNP, your 45-second rebuttal.
This sounds like the same claim that Edward Siaga also was the originator for the idea of Portmore, and that too was a lie. However, what we have recognized is that we can separate the people from the events by partnering with agro-parks to have a section within agro-parks reserved for what we call party town, multi-zones, multi-venue zones that persons can gravitate to and know where entertainment activities are. What we have also recognized is the bias within the Jamaica Labour Party of how entertainment is treated, because large events such as Sumfest has never obeyed the Noise Abatement Act, but all the round robins must obey the Noise Abatement Act. We will ensure equity.
Live the island dream. It's your chance to be one of over 100 winners in the Buster Turbo,
regardless if you're large or small.
Thank you so much, Mr. Crawford. We now go to social media. Amoy has a question and she will direct it to the respective team.
All right, so to revisit the topic of education, Alpha Media on Instagram is asking, COVID-19 exposed deep gaps in digital access. What are your concrete plans to ensure every Jamaican student has access to reliable internet and digital devices?
And that question goes to Team PNP.
Thank you very much. It is important at this point that we expose what some of the ridiculous approaches have been from the Jamaica Labour Party. They indicate that they have been doing extensive investments in schools. However, with the schools in need of approximately 1,000 students, needing up to 210 megabytes, the highest capacity of those providers is 35 megabytes. Some of those contracts that have been given are incapable to reach even 15 megabytes so that they can officially and can appropriately be utilized. Indeed, having invested over $2 billion in e-books, the newspaper reported that many teachers indicated that the inability to access them in their classes made the e-books ineffective and inefficient. What the People's National Party will do, first of all, is to build out the last mile of fiber so that more persons in the rural spaces can access. Additionally, we understand the pairing of energy with the internet, and by extension, we will also build out the last mile for electricity access using solar implementation. We will use as a school multiplier, force multiplier, teacher multiplier, impact multiplier, the technology through AI, in particular for helping teachers with marking, helping teachers with the lesson planning, and also helping students to access information in appropriate and effective way. So the People's National Party will embrace technology in our schools and expand the reach so that our students can benefit.
Thank you so much, Mr. Crawford. Team JLP, your 45-second rebuttal. Your 1 minute 30 rebuttal.
The PNP talks a good talk about technology in schools, but it is the Jamaica Labour Party, through its National Broadband Initiative, that has ensured that more than 700 schools are connected with broadband. And we've made sure that not only are our children at school connected, but we have rolled out more than 380 free public Wi-Fi hotspots that make sure that when children leave school, they're still able to be connected as our teachers. We've handed out more than 200,000 tablets. We've trained our teachers and given them vouchers for tablets and laptops in particular. We're providing digital equipment for classrooms. We're ensuring we've completed an audit of all our labs to ensure that they're provided for with the best technology in rural and urban. So from St. Thomas to Hanover, all our children must have access to the best technology, and location should not determine your education. The Jamaica Labour Party is uplifting education in every corner of Jamaica, and we're continuing to do what the PNP likes to talk about. We are also ensuring that we will provide, I must speak to the matter of the creative villages, that we will be providing 100 of them in our next administration, should the public trust us. We will also be training through our Creative and Cultural Institute, and we will be also providing for creative social and economic zones that will create the next generation of jobs.
Thank you so much, Ms. Johnson-Smith. Our next question, it comes from Romardo, and it goes to Team PNP.
In 2022, the Jamaica Observer exposed the harsh exploitative conditions under which many call center workers work. If elected, what will you do to fix these issues that contradict labor laws in the BPO sector?
You know, the start of that question is an acknowledgement that the provision of modern access to technology, including the internet, including broadband, including fiber optics, began with the liberalization of the telecommunications sector when Philip Powell was a minister with responsibility. My opponents opposite seem to be having an issue putting the correct time frame to the responses. In other words, a seeming disconnect with reality. With respect to the BPO sector, one of the most recent industries facilitated by the technological advancement, there are serious concerns with respect to conditions of work, pay, time off, even sick leave, things that the Jamaican workplace has considered for many years to be a right. these BPO operators, the contractors, are not necessarily from the Jamaican space. So more integration has to be done so that they understand what our labor laws are and what the members of the Jamaican workforce have come to expect, including things such as maternity leave with pay and equal work for women. In the PNP administration led by Mark Golding, we will begin that education process, that integration process, and allow our partners in the BPO to understand the nuances.
Thank you so much, Mr. Price. Team JLP, your 45-second rebuttal.
Thank you. The BPO sector, like the tourism sector, is offering a significant opportunity for many of our entry-level youngsters to have good jobs. Jobs that will allow them to be able to get not just revenue, but work experience. And it's important to know that the government not only sees the expansion in the BPO sector, but through the inspectorate at the Ministry of Labour, we ensure to speak to employers and employees and to monitor to make sure that where there are any abuses, we take the necessary steps immediately, whether it is to carry them to court or whether it is to bring to constructive social dialogue.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles Jr. We're moving on. Natalie has the next question, and it is to Team JLP.
Jamaicans seeking care at public hospitals continue to face long lines, shortage of medical staff, overcrowding with difficulty getting a bed if admitted, and long waits for clinic appointments. What is it going to require to improve patient care at public hospitals and other healthcare facilities?
Let me say this. The government takes it very seriously in terms of improving the health infrastructure. We have upgraded 138 of our health centers. We have rebuilt and restructured key hospitals and are starting to construct the regional children and adolescent hospital. And most importantly, in addition to the health infrastructure development, we are and have created 3,000 positions for medical professionals with 1,000 community aids and 600 scholarships, which means not only better infrastructure for health, but better staffing of professionals who will be able to provide better service to the patients in Jamaica. We take this very seriously, and that is why under this government, we have seen where not only the 138 health centers and the key hospitals, but the expansion of NHF, the expansion of the hours and services, all of these providing a comprehensive delivery of service for the people of Jamaica.
It's important to remember that the Jamaica Labour Party inherited a health sector in absolute crisis, where their own opposition spokesperson said that surgeons had to be wearing garbage bags to operate.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kamina Johnson-Smith. PNP, your 45-second rebuttal.
If there's any evidence of the Jamaica Labour Party's failure, it is evident in the health system. Indeed, Cornwall Regional is an excellent example, having moved from $2 billion all the way to $22 billion and still not complete. Mammograms in our public sector is only 2 mammograms in our public sector. And the #1 hospitals in Jamaica, also including our children's hospital, does not have an MRI or a CT scan available. Indeed, the number of children that has died neonatals has gone up to 246 over the last 2 years.
The better proof of it is the absence of the Minister of Health at a social issues debate where he should have answered to his appalling track record. He's now been there over the economic debates.
Thank you so much, Mr. Price. We take a question now from our social media editor.
Embarrassing. He needs some
this
milk.
Question comes from Nita's Funeral Home.
He needs some milk.
Funeral homes contribute significantly to Jamaica's economy, yet the industry remains largely under-regulated and under-supported. How do you plan to formalize the industry, ensure proper insurance options for families, and use the sector's contributions to expand opportunities such as national scholarships for Jamaicans?
Okay, just to explain to our viewers, both teams have equal times to respond to the social media questions. Team PNP, you go first.
The issue with the under-regulation of the funeral home sector first came to light during the advance of the COVID pandemic, when there was a lot of misinformation and a lack of information as to whether or not post-mortem there could be a transmission of the COVID virus. As a matter of fact, that process opened the potential, the possibility for any administration in office to have formalized and put in place structures and protocols that would have given ease to the professionals working in the industry and the family members of the deceased. What now needs to happen is for a recognition that this is a sector that is a critical part of the Jamaican social space, an adjunct, if you will, of public health. And the utter absence of any form of regulation, despite 9 years of unbroken representation by the Jamaica Labour Party as the head of government, is yet another indication of people who claim to know what they're doing, but still at the end of a 9th year, going into a 10th year, are having difficulties with a manifesto to explain not only what they've done in the past, but what they intend to do in the future. When PNP is in office, we can guarantee to the public that those regulations will be in place.
Okay, Team JLP, your response?
The issue with the lack of regulation in the funeral home sector came to public attention in 2014 when the funeral homes with contracts with the government for paupers' burials were not being paid. That is when the issue came to mind, or rather came to public attention. The reality is the sector is indeed lacking sufficient regulation. However, we have moved forward to bring the Ministry of National Security and indeed the Ministry of Health to form a working group to address this very issue. And there are many elements to it. One such element is the fact that the industry was operating without a proper public autopsy suite. This government, under Horace Chang's leadership at the Ministry of National Security, built the first public autopsy suite at a cost of $700 million, clearing one element that creates a significant backlog in this area. But lest we forget, the PNP has no credibility in the management of the health sector. Under Fenton Ferguson, every single Jamaican watching this debate tonight suffered the effects of Chick V. We suffered the effects of his failure to deal with vector management. Lest we forget that the then leader of the JMDA, your current spokesperson of the ministry related to health, said it was the worst management he had seen. He said doctors were using garbage bags. So people died because of the PNP's failure, lest we forget.
Thank you so much, Mr. Samuda. It's now time for another break, but we will have more when we return.
The general elections debates are presented by the Jamaica Debates Commission. Watch, listen, decide, vote.
So, Mati Samuda really bring up that when 25 baby dead in a 24 baby dead in a 25 days just a while ago in a June. You can't make this up, man. Hold on. Let me mute this car. I don't think you can hear me. Mati Samuda just bring up Chick V. When 24 baby dead in a 25 day at Jubilee Hospital alone. Yo, I wish me the day of that debate. I wish me the day of that debate. Yo, me alone can destroy them. Literally. Yo, the points them I make nah it, bro. And then look when Kamina Johnson Smith talk about some plans for them having in their manifesto that is actually parallel to what the PNP has in their manifesto. She really embarrassed herself and her party like that. For bring up one plan of the PNP have already. Unfreaking believe. These people have no shame. Them going on one debate without a manifesto. Who does that, bro? Who does that? Yo, them lose trying to first statement where my man the name Pernell Charles Jr. From the first lie where him tell them lose the debate, you know. The first statement they make, I want to go back and listen. The very first statement they make was a big fat lie. Big fat lie. They have been lying throughout this entire debate. And then Matissa would have the audacity to say, yes, there has been a problem from 2014 with the regulation of the dead house them. So why after 9-10 years we not do nothing about it? Why there hasn't been a fix for that regulation if you admit that it was from 2014? Isn't it your responsibility as the new government to make sure these things are fixed? Why is it taking so long? Why it take so long, Mattis Amuda? Bro, this debate is so... They have lost this debate on so many levels. It's actually ridiculous. I cannot believe... This is embarrassing. I am nobody. I'm literally nobody. And I am destroying them. Mighty God.
Jamaica running. Cent you earn. For too long, our police officers, firefighters, security guards, and hospitality workers have been taxed on their overtime and gratuities. That ends with the next PNP government. We will remove taxes from overtime pay and service charges. Because if you give more, you should keep more. You put in the extra work. You go beyond the call of duty. Your sacrifice should be rewarded, not taxed. It is time for fairness. It is time for respect. Jamaica, time come for a better life.
The proceeding was paid for by the People's National Party. The following is paid for by the People's National Party.
Prematurity is a medical condition, not a cause of death. I am not speaking to you as just a politician, not as a PNP, not as a doctor, but as a Jamaican. We must put Jamaicans first. We must modernize hospitals and clinics, expand primary care, train and keep more nurses and doctors, strengthen maternal and child health, and expand mental health services in every parish. This is about more than healthcare. It is about life, dignity, and hope. Because in a new Jamaica, no mother should fear losing her baby.
Welcome back to the social issues debate presented by the Jamaica Debates Commission. We invite you, the public, to send us your questions via direct message on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to Jamaica Debates. We now ask Natalie Campbell to start this segment with a question for Team PNP.
Good evening again. During its first few days or weeks in office.
The People's National Party, Damien, will ensure that every decision we make has the people at the center. To start that off, we will, one, take a look at the health center. The Jamaica Labour Party will have you believe that they're serious about health. Tell that to a mother who've lost her child at the hospital. Tell that to patients who go to the hospital and can't find water in our restrooms. And you're serious about hospitals? You must be joking. The People's National Party will, one, prioritize our health service. The second thing that we will do is to ensure that education, that there's access to education for all our children. We will do this through the provision, Damien, of 1 meal per day for each child. But we'll also make sure that transportation, which is one of the major issues preventing our children from going to school, is dealt with. And when we're talking about transportation, we're not talking about some 10-hour bus. We're talking about transportation that is effective, reliable, and can transport our children in peace, where parents can feel comfortable.
Additionally, Sophia, we will immediately give the First in the Family scholarship to those persons that are in school currently at the university, as long as they're the first in the family. Also, we will ensure that ownership improves by making sure that squatting communities are reviewed under the POSHA program and open all the home ownership plans to our persons through rent to own.
Thank you so much. JLP, your 45-second rebuttal.
That convoluted response will require a supplementary estimate being tabled in the House of Representatives for a budgetary contemplation. The PNP does not have a structured set of policies ready for Jamaica, which is why they're not ready for government. The Jamaica Labour Party, in its next term, will continue to pursue peace, productivity, and indeed prosperity. Ultimately, the Jamaican people are happy with our suite of achievements. You see, we have cut poverty. We have cut unemployment. We have grown the economy. We have invested in infrastructure. And that is why the Jamaica Labour Party will indeed be returned to government.
Thank you, Mr. Samuda. Romardo has the next question, and it will be directed to Team JLP.
Roughly 10,000 students graduate annually from Jamaica's top 4 universities. Majority are young professionals. They were taught to go to school, get subjects, go to university, and then get a job. Many follow those instructions and end up repaying student loans for years, struggling to save money. With another term, what will you do to ensure in your first year that more educated youth can have a taste of prosperity?
The Jamaica Labour Party believes in our young people, and this is why we've already reduced interest rates at Student Loan Bureau. We've removed the requirement for guarantors, again taking away the barriers. And in our next term, we'll not only institute the new policy wherein students can have access to a loan which covers not only tuition, but accommodation, books, laptops, and food, living expenses. More importantly, of course, as we touch on the issue of debt, we know that our young people sometimes get thrown a curveball by life. That's why the Jamaica Labour Party is not only going to expand the moratorium which already exists, but we will institute the student loan debt reset. Under that policy, we will be waiving for all delinquent accounts 100% of penalties, 100% of interest, 100% of insurance charges, and 50% of interest arrears, ensuring a fresh start for those who just have had life take a wrong turn. For those who are in good standing, they'll be rewarded for their responsibility and, of course, encouraged to continue in their good efforts. And they will get a credit to their account of $100,000 per account in good standing. Those who, of course, are at the cusp of closing out their accounts, we will pay up to the amount required to close. This is us not talking, but acting.
Thank
as
you
always.
so much, Ms. Kamina Johnson-Smith, PNP, your 45-second rebuttal.
The People's National Party will ensure that our young people not just dream, but have a chance of being the best they can be. So what are we going to do? One, we're going to make sure that there is $1 billion available so that they can get $500,000 towards their deposit. Secondly, what we are going to do is to have what we call a forgiveness, a graduated forgiveness of students' loan. So for every year that you work in the public service, your students' loan payment will be discounted. And we understand that sometimes you leave university and you simply just can't get a job. The present system says you must still pay your students' loan. We are saying no, an end to that.
Thank you so much.
If you haven't exercised in years, you have to start small with my beginner-friendly Tai Chi class. 3 reasons every man over 40 should
Which will be answered first by Team JLP and then Team PNP. A reminder that both teams have the same amount of time to respond to that question. Amoy?
Thanks, Janella. This question comes from Kimmy on Instagram. There's been criticism of the government's 300% wage increase and delayed salary increase to civil servants. If selected to form the next government, how do you plan on making civil servants' salaries equally as attractive?
The Jamaica Labour Party has been responsible for the largest increase to public sector wages in the history of independent Jamaica. Do we want to be able to pay more? Absolutely. And we're committed to ensuring that we work with all stakeholders to ensure fiscal stability, to ensure the health of the economy, so all workers can be paid fairly without destabilizing the economy. We certainly are committed to engaging in fora, including the Partnership for Prosperity, as well as the negotiating mechanisms which are currently at play. We understand the concerns of cost of living, which concern each and every family, and we are committed to always doing our best within the affordability of our economy to do the best by our public servants.
No, so let's forget. When the salaries for parliamentarians were announced, the opposition spokesperson on finance got up and said he had no objection. Only the cut off at the knees by the leader of the opposition the next day. It's not the first time the leader of opposition has cut off one of his spokespersons at the knees. He has cut off Senator Crawford at the knees when he proposed an additional 2 hours for schools and an additional tax to fund education. This is a common pattern with them. But the opposition will not roll back parliamentary salaries because they support it.
Thank
and
you
they
so
sat
much,
on the
Mr.
commission to
Samuda.
determine
Thank you so much, Mr. Samuda. Team PNP, your response.
I will answer Mr. Samuda on the platform, but today I'm focusing on the people. Let us look at what happened with our teachers. The government is currently ranked by the Prime Minister and the ministers as the highest in the Caribbean. Our teachers are ranked 6th or 7th in the Caribbean. Under the People's National Party, when we did our restructuring, the teachers were placed at 80% of market. Under the JLP, when they did their restructuring, the teachers are now propped at 50% of market. Additionally, the teachers were bamboozled into believing that their allowances would have been considered. But the JLP removed all the teachers' allowances and gave them a simple raise, in some cases of 12%, while they took 300%. What is evident from how it was handled is that the JLP is not a party of equity. They didn't treat all persons in the same. And as their former Minister of Finance suggested, that if it was to keep the best, they would have to raise their salaries. No wonder we're seeing so many teachers leaving our classroom because of the inefficient treatment from the Jamaica Labour Party. Teachers, nurses, and the public sector will know that they have a listening ear and a reasonable negotiator whenever we get into power. And one thing we can guarantee is that we don't believe they're worth zero, as the Jamaica Labour Party has suggested. 0% raise suggests that the teachers are worth nothing. The police are doing a wonderful job, the teachers are doing an excellent job, the nurses are doing a wonderful job, and we will ensure equity in treatment as we treat ourselves.
Thank you so much, Mr. Crawford. We're going to take another question from social media. Amoy?
This one is from Joel. Many Jamaicans are concerned about the limited access to beaches and the costs that apply to them. What measures will you put in place to ensure that Jamaicans have greater access to their beaches?
Team PNP, you get to respond to this question first.
Over the last 9 years, there have been countless situations, Miami Bay Beach, Bob Marley Beach, where Jamaicans have been denied the right of access to beaches. For us in the People's National Party, right access to beach is not an option, it is a right. And because of that, we will ensure that all Jamaicans have access to our beaches. We have done it before. In our last administration, we spent over $12 billion rehabilitating Winifred Beach, Prairie Beach. We've done it already, we're going to do it again. So what are we going to do now? We are going to ensure that the provisions in the Beach Access Act come to life. And where the amendment needs to be made, we're going to do that. What we're going to do as well is going to ensure that we work with all our tourism partners, all our private investors, so they understand that access to beach is a right for all Jamaicans. Thirdly, what we will do is to ensure that we rehabilitate beaches so that persons, when they come to beach, whether they're fishermen or they come for relaxation, that they can do it in dignity. Because for the People's National Party, access to our beaches is not just something you do. It is a matter of justice, and it is a right. And we commit that we will have access to beaches.
Thank you so much. Team JLP, your response.
The
Island Eyewear Back to School sale is back. From August 15 to September 15, get...
When the People's National Party took away Cornwall Beach from the people of St. James, they did so without a care in the world. It is this administration that built the Harmony Beach Park over Dump Up Beach to give the people of St. James back beach access. It is this administration that will genuinely renovate the Prairie Beach in St. Ann. I'm not sure what was referred to as a renovation because that's a joke. It is this administration that will ensure that the Padgy Beach and indeed the Boston Bay Beach in Portland will be returned to the people of Jamaica. There isn't a Beach Access Act, as was mentioned, but there is the Beach Control Act. This administration will indeed, at the first sitting of the new parliament, table the beach access policy, which will guarantee windows to the sea being maintained, corridors to the sea being a facet of development approvals, as we have recently done through NEPA with hotel approvals in Trelawney and in the Grill, where there are corridors built by the hotels to facilitate access for citizens. You see, our policy is important, but beach access cannot just be words. It has to be investment in beaches like the Harmony Beach Park. It has to be corridors to the sea, as we have indeed insisted upon through our approval process, through NEPA, in Trelawney, in the Grill, and more to come.
Thank you so much, Mr. Samuda. Thank you so much. We will now take a short break and invite you.
People, yo, the beach access thing, them can't win this. That part of the debate, them can't win. Me no business where Matthew Samuda want to say. Them can't win that debate. If the government want to fix beach access and they want to make sure that everybody have beach access, they could have done it last year, the year before that, the year before that, and the year before that. Them can't trick we. We actually know the governmental processes. If you let me deal with, as me say, one thing Andrew have to do to make sure that everybody have beach access. Sign the paper, declare it. You have the power to do it as the Prime Minister. We need to understand the power of the Prime Minister and what he can and cannot do. Don't make them trick you know. I come talk about, yes, Rose, but what can go so? Eh? Yo, almost all I be showing in Jamaica lock off, you know? Lock off from the public. Them can't go there. You no matter if anywhere on the North Coast, anywhere at all. All the way around, them cannot go on it. You can't imagine say you're a native island and you can't go on your own beach them and people are fly down and enjoy the ocean. What kind of idiot thing that? You in a power for 9 years, if a PNP they do something wrong, why you never fix it? You only make it worse? Since that your logic, why didn't you fix it? You made it worse. The access has been more restricted under the Jamaica Labour Party. It is a fact. It is not innuendo. Access to beaches have been restricted even more. So what you must say? What you must talk about? Sorry, somebody never had debate. Yo, brother. Hey, bro, listen to me now, man. Yo, me need to start up on some debate, bro. Them not ready. Them not ready. You hear me I tell you no? Me say them not ready none at all. Yo, them a get paid one bag of money and them even smart, bro. Them are some intelligent dunce. Them not ready for this debate. Yo, if you don't have a manifesto, them shouldn't come at that debate, you know. I embarrass themselves. By the way, I want to say this. The People's National Party, you need to have a press conference early in the morning. Senator Donna Scott Motley, Cleveland Tomlinson, Raymond Price don't have to be there, but he can be there. You guys need to come and you guys need to debunk all of the lies that has been told in this debate by the Jamaica Labour Party. A morning early, 9 a.m. latest. We need to have a press conference debunking the lies with the receipts from the Jamaica Labour Party. Because Holy Palai them tell already. Holy Palai with me personally can identify with them tell already in this debate. We need to come out a morning and debunk everything. Don't make it past 10 hours. I want to debunk them liar. You understand? Don't leave it up to the blogging community. We need to come out and expose all of the lies that has been told by the Jamaica Labour Party. Them two blurt not, man. Them out of order. Let's continue.
We must address this. Time come to establish legislation with effective mechanisms and remedies to protect survivors. Time come to implement support centers in every parish to provide safe havens for the survivors of domestic violence and sexual assaults. Your vote matters.
Jamaican people want better.
Education. Education is the best antidote to poverty, passing from this generation to the next. Your vote can help to make tertiary education more accessible to everyone. Your vote can help eliminate the requirement of a guarantor for students to access a student loan. It can help to cap student loan payments at a manageable percentage of your actual income so that the state, not you, the student, bears the risks of low pay or unemployment. And if you lose your job and you're unemployed, we will suspend loan payments and tack them to the back end of your loan without any penalties. That's what your vote can do. Find out everything you need to know about voting at
Back to the social issues debate presented by the Jamaica Debates Commission. We invite you, the public, to send us your questions via direct message on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to Jamaica Debates. We invite Romardo Lyons to start this final segment with a question for Team JLP.
A digital Jamaica where technology is woven into the fabric of business and everyday activities. That's what you promised in your 2020 manifesto. But today, there are residents in Swamp Road, St. Thomas, putting phones in trees to make calls and to get reception. Why are so many Jamaicans in rural parishes still behind technologically?
That's an excellent question. Much progress has been made in respect of digital transformation. The National Broadband Initiative has connected over 700 government institutions across the country and has also been seeking to connect our police stations, our courthouses, our schools, and other institutions as a matter of priority as the base. We've also been seeking to encourage competition in the environment, in this sector, to ensure greater investment and greater rollout of fiber optics, of satellite technology, as well as Wi-Fi internet connections. The Jamaica Labour Party believes in technology facilitating business. It's why we ensure that now you can pay your taxes online, you can apply for your e-motor vehicle registration certificate, and in a new administration we will do even more. We will ensure that there is the task force to ensure efficiency and innovation, not only in the public sector but beyond. We will not only set up the task force, but we will allow a portal for private citizens to make suggestions with incentives and prizes to ensure that they feel a part of the process where they see that systems can be improved. The Jamaica Labour Party has already built efficiencies that have helped this economy to grow, that have helped with youth and regular unemployment, and we will do more.
Thank you so much, Team JLP, Team PNP, your 45-second rebuttal.
First, you keep mentioning about policies to make the economy grow, and after 9 years, you're still growing at under 1% per annum. The question mentioned difficulties of persons in rural Jamaica having access to telecommunications services. Perhaps because you said from St. Thomas to Hanover, what is your fundamental problem with Westmoreland and the other parishes why you think that only St. Thomas to Hanover needs quality access to broadband? But you know, the greater tragedy is that you are talking about task force for what you are going to do in the next administration. We are waiting on the task force for why you didn't get it done in the last 9 years.
Thank you so much, Mr. Price. Romardo has indicated that he would like to use one of his follow-up questions. Romardo, and just a reminder to both teams, you have 45 seconds to respond. Team JLP, you first. Romardo.
Your government has repeatedly said that education is a priority. Now, the technological issue in the rural parishes aren't just for residents. Schools are also affected. Just this year, a smart lab was opened in St. Aloysius Primary School on Duke Street in Kingston. When will schools in rural parishes start to feel included in this technological push?
They should feel it very soon. As a matter of fact, they'll feel it in this new school year. Procurement is already underway. We not only have had new contracts engaged with contractors to roll out more connections, but we are also investing in equipment, which is already in procurement, to ensure that our labs are equipped in rural schools as well as in urban schools. We believe fundamentally in ensuring that regardless of where you live in Jamaica, you must have access to the best education, and you will have it in the next administration. As a matter of fact, starting in this...
Get big rewards with flows, cash to ready promotion, feel the rhythm of summer with flow.
5-second rebuttal.
The JLP is certainly an enemy of the truth. Indeed, we have heard them suggest that 200,000 laptops were purchased. That would indicate 2-to-1 ratio, meaning for every 2 children, 1 should have a laptop. I'm asking those watching today, have your child received a laptop? Have you seen anyone receive such a laptop? Indeed, whoever is responsible for purchasing these missing laptops will have to answer under the People's National Party, because we have not seen those laptops. We will ensure that the gadgets are in place, but as we've said before, we build out the last mile that many of the private sector believe is not profitable to build out, so that the persons can get access to internet wherever they are. We will use that technology also for the small schools.
Thank you, Mr. Crawford. Thank you so much, Mr. Crawford. Natalie has the next question, and it goes to Team PNP.
We are in the hurricane season, and each season the authorities face a challenge persuading residents to evacuate some areas when the island is under threat. What strategies would you implement to ensure compliance?
Part of the reason why residents don't want to evacuate is that the poor level of communication and education prior to a storm causes them to be caught unaware. Let's take, for example, this instant year 2025. All across media, we have heard advertisements from the Office of the Prime Minister with sections of budget presentations, and we are midway the Atlantic hurricane season, and not once has ODPEM been given the resources that OPM has for its parallel adjacent political campaign under the guise of public education. The second reason why residents do not want to evacuate is because they are realistically concerned that when they evacuate, the spaces that they are taken to will be substandard. In the next PNP administration, we will build out a series of evacuation centers that will be properly fitted with adequate water for on-site storage, as well as food and access to health, access to other emergency services, so that families feel more safe in bringing their elderly relatives into a space where they are certain that the services and the quality of standard will be there when they evacuate.
Thank you so much. Team JLP, your 45-second rebuttal.
It is clear to us on Team JLP that Raymond is fluent in misdirection, misinformation, and clearly not paying attention to the news of the day. It is the JLP that would have just completed and launched its own Doppler radar, meaning we're no longer depending on foreign sources for our weather forecasting needs. It means this government, the next administration under Andrew Michael Holness, will have accurate information on time and be able to communicate it so to you at home. We're also working with the United Nations CDF program to build modern and safe shelters for you at home, so you can trust the information and trust where you're going to go and be safe during the hurricane season.
Thank you so much, Team JLP. We go to Amoy now, who has a question from social media. Amoy?
All right, so this question comes from Tayana on Instagram. She says, Jamaica's hospitals are overcrowded and under-resourced. Can you explain how your party, if elected to government, will fix this without repeating the delays and bottlenecks of past administrations?
Okay, thank you so much, Amoy. Team PNP, you can answer this question first, to be followed by Team JLP.
So this is a social issues debate, and health is a primary social issue. If you look across to the opposite, the campaign chairman from that party, who has been the Minister of Health for 9 years, must have suspected that members of the public would want to drill down, shall I say, into why the health sector is so poorly managed. Why your relatives at home, when you go to the hospital, can't get a bed. Why you have to take the prescription from the nurse beside your relative's bed and go into the private pharmacy sector to purchase basic medication. Why you have relatives sitting in wheelchairs or in the driveways and the parking lots in the cars that you took them to the hospital with and still can't get triage, even basic assessment as to the extent of their suffering. It's no wonder, Dr. Tufton, you're not here today. You have chosen to go and hide behind marketing strategies to support what's her name again? The pro-box, the Minister of of Finance and the Public Services. The People's National Party, Matthew, understands health. We are the ones that modernize the hospitals on the budget and in time. Your reference to Chick V is old and dated. Look at your 9 years and speak to those.
Thank you so much, Team PNP. Team JLP, your response to the question?
Thank you, Tiana. It's a really important question because I know that we have not reached every community and we have not reached every hospital yet. But the Jamaica Labour Party is undertaking the most ambitious and in fact will be the most effective reconstruction and construction of hospital infrastructure in Jamaica in decades. The Western Child Hospital is under construction, close to completion. The rebuild of Cornwall is also almost completed. We're making sure that we focus also on primary health care, making sure that more health centers are renovated and brought closer to you so you don't actually have to go to the hospital. We're adding more doctors and nurses in those healthcare centers, more equipment so that better care can be had closer to you. We're adding more healthcare centers with expanded hours to allow working people to go to the health center after working hours. These are things that we're doing in addition to more operating theaters which are already programmed for next year, for next term, including a new KPH.
Importantly, we've also increased access to medicines under NHF. And we've increased access for our senior citizens through NI Gold and JDIP. Under the Jamaica Labour Party, we have taken a comprehensive approach to health infrastructure.
Thank you so much, Team JLP. We have another social media question. Mike?
This one is from Matthew Williams. With key parts of the Data Protection Act still not in force and several major data breaches reported this year, many Jamaicans feel their personal information is not adequately protected. How will your government address this growing privacy crisis and rebuild public trust in the protection of citizens' data?
Team JLP, you get to answer this one first.
Data protection is critical as we continue to build out more and more digital systems to ensure efficiency and effectiveness in the pursuit of business, growth, and prosperity. And this is why we have been paying attention to ensuring that implementation of the Act is phased and sensitive to the various stakeholders, ensuring that it's effective when each stage is put in place. We have done more to protect your data and will do more. As we recognize that AI is also being used more, we will ensure that there is an AI blueprint and roadmap, which of course is going to be built out of the very first task force on AI in the Caribbean, which was already established under this administration. We'll also ensure that there is new legislation to protect every Jamaican's face, voice and image from the type of misinformation and negative campaigns that are run by parties like the PNP.
The Data Protection Act was indeed passed by the Jamaica Labour Party. And we are proud that it was passed, and we're happy that the Data Commissioner is now in place to speed up implementation. However, data requires data accuracy. It should be known for all Jamaicans watching that it is this government that gave the highest increase to civil servants. It is this government that insisted that there would be no more wage freezes for teachers, as was commonplace under the People's National Party.
Thank you so much, Team JLP. Team PNP, your response to the question?
The Jamaica Labour Party does not believe in privacy. It was one of their own ministers that says nothing is private. Do you remember? Because I certainly do. But not only that, when one considers the NIDS Act, the National Identification Act, the People's National Party, representing the people of Jamaica, had to take the Jamaica Labour Party to court to protect privacy rights. So the Jamaica Labour Party simply cannot come to you tonight to tell you that they're serious about privacy. Simply not true. The People's National Party, we value your privacy. And it is for that reason why we will train a cadre of data protection experts to work with different sectors so they understand what is in the law, they understand what is to be done, and how they can balance privacy rights. In fact, this is also create a new sector in Jamaica. Damien, don't you agree?
I definitely do agree, Sophia. But also we should remind the public that it was this Prime Minister that suggested that they can track persons who say certain things on social media. It is also this Prime Minister that has proven himself to be highly vindictive and have seen arrest of individuals who have criticized him in any way at any given time. It is also that government that stole sand from the beaches. So let us talk about what that government has done.
Thank you so much, Team PNP. So, viewers, we're doing things a little different this evening. We now invite Team PNP to ask a question of Team JLP.
In any decent democracy, where a leader has not been certified by the Integrity Commission, where the leader has been a part of Ponzi schemes and benefited from them, where the leader among members of his cabinet or his party are said to be part of an illicit aid for illegal enrichment, those persons could not be on the ballot. Therefore, why should Jamaica be any different from such decent democracies?
The PNP, we understand, has no answer to the plans, the programs and the achievements of the Jamaica Labour Party. They see their only path to Jamaica House by trying to destroy the reputation of the Prime Minister of Jamaica and others. The Jamaica Labour Party has been the party that has done more for the integrity and anti-corruption framework in this country than any other administration. It is under the PNP that every day, every week you woke up to a new scandal, light bulb, Solutria, NSWMA, Manchester Parish Council, Hanover, KSAMC, you name it, Crook and Anchor. It is under the PNP that Jamaica had the lowest scores under the Corruption Perception Index. And it is under the Jamaica Labour Party that Jamaica has had the highest. Why? Because the independent international experts actually look at the facts and not the steady drumbeat of PNP misinformation and weaponization of processes. There is no report that has found any finding of guilt or illegality on the part of the Prime Minister. There is no finding against the Prime Minister, and the PNP needs to stop telling the lie of 28 bank accounts. It is simply not true.
Thank you so much, Team JLP.
People, me I go pause it because me I go play that back. Listen to me. Hold on. Me I go pause it because me I go play that back. You know so she don't answer a question. You know so she don't answer the question. She dance around that question. The other question they beat them bad. No, all of the reporting of the Integrity Commission is facts. You understand? That has been established legally. The affidavit of Mr. Beresford is legal information that is accurate. It cannot be challenged. So no matter what Kamina Johnson Smith want to say, or nobody from the JLP, nobody not telling a lie on Andrew Wallace, tell you how you make your money. And if you can't tell you how you make your money, you need to step aside now. Any decent democracy, you see what I mean a little way nowadays? I want scandal happen with the man and them can't tell them how they making money and the man had to resign. Jamaica, the only country have one prime minister where going on one election where he started their declaration cannot be certified and him is still running for office. It's a disgrace. It is an absolute disgrace to the democracy of this country. You understand? The man is destroying his own party plus he's destroying the office of the prime minister all at the same time. You understand? Come in and just Smith go sit up. What should we have debate? I never know. You know, so she not intelligent. She only have high color. She not ready, you know. It come like somebody crush her can when them asked the question a while ago. Mighty God, let's continue. No, sir.
very true that it's inconsequential, that it's normal, he suggested, just as we now figure out he was rehearsing for the job for which the qualifications were waived so that he could get the job. Most of you look for a job. In that case, the job seemed to have looked for and found him. Now, the other things you say about doing the most for the integrity framework, that includes being the only Prime Minister to have taken the Integrity Commission to court to quash a clause he once bragged that he included as chairman of cabinet. So the lies are on that side, aren't they?
Thank you so much, Team PNP. We now invite Team JLP to ask a question of Team PNP.
You know, lies are an affront to God. And Reverend Albert would have taught you that.
Should have.
However, to be clear, the last time the People's National Party was at the wicket, they leveled $60 billion of new taxes on the backs of the Jamaican people. They have said that they will fix a tax to imported food items, which economists have said will increase the cost of living to the poor of Jamaica. Damien has said that he will fund education needs with an increase in GCT. The PNP have fixed a tax to parties. What should the Jamaican people expect by way of taxation from the next People's National Party administration 10, 20 years from now?
Can I go ahead?
Team PNP,
Okay, thank
please
you.
answer the question.
Thank you. Well, the People's National Party had to take on a rebuilding project in the last Portia Simpson-Miller administration. Indeed, never before had the IMF stopped sending money to the Jamaica public or to the Jamaican society before, because it was run asunder by a government that included Andrew Holness and also Audley Shaw as the head of the Ministry of Finance. The People's National Party, then, having rebuilt the economy, embarked upon a fiscal policy rules that we implemented to ensure that the country was on the right track. And having put the country on the right track, there is absolutely no need for the People's National Party to engage in further taxations. Indeed, what exists currently as the People's National Party proposals lie greatly within the context of the $360 billion available for governments to decide on what to do. But the $23 billion that we have identified is even less than the overrun for Cornwall Regional. We will therefore not have those overruns. The JLP continue to ask where we'll get the money. We will get the money from the same place that Market Me money came from. We'll get the same money from the same place that paying off Ramsharak from Petrojam came from. We'll get the money from the same place that the buying of 200 used cars that we did not receive come from. We will get the money from the same budget that exists for the people.
Thank you so much, Team PNP. Team JLP, your rebuttal.
No doubt you will get this money from the same place that the failed Heroes Circle Wall came from. But it is simply inaccurate to suggest that the international community cut off Jamaica. We were able to draw down on loans from the World Bank and the IDB right before we demitted office. But to be clear, it is this government that has cut debt to 62% of GDP. It is this government that has cut poverty rates to its lowest ever. It is this government that has ensured that the unemployment rate has gone to record lows of 3.2%. There is work to do. There is no doubt that there is improvements to be made in sectors. However, this government has a credibility to do it, and will do so in the next term.
Thank you so much, Team JLP. Ladies and gentlemen, we now go to the closing statements. And based on the earlier coin toss, and you can begin your 2 minutes.
My fellow Jamaicans, Jamaica is safer and stronger with the JLP. We reduced the murders by 43%, created 250,000 jobs, and we delivered the largest increase in minimum wage in our history. We gave our doctors, nurses, teachers, police, and other public sector officers the largest pay increase, despite COVID, Hurricane Beryl, droughts, and global uncertainty. And remember, for 8 consecutive years, we did this without any burden of new taxes on you, the Jamaican people. Now we know that prices are rising globally. And that is why we're not just focused on increasing wages, but rather creating better conditions for growth. 33 quarters of growth, even except for COVID. And still giving support to the most vulnerable. This is the JLP way. We care. Now compare. Under the PNP, wage freezes, heavy taxes, no relief of social pension for Miss Ivy, no relief for the vendor, the taxi operator, the housekeeper, just tax after tax after tax. And we heard Damien and Dayton already talking about taxes. So, are you really willing to suffer the indignity of more taxes under the PNP? No way. With the Jamaica Labour Party, increased pension, better agriculture, better health infrastructure, enhanced education. This is our commitment. That's why we say to you, reject the reckless PNP promises. Choose performance. Choose Jamaica. Choose the JLP. The Jamaica Labour Party delivers, and we are committed to doing even more for you. On September 3, remember, put your X beside the bell.
Thank you so much, Team JLP. Team PNP, please go ahead with your closing statements.
One thing you could not have said is spell Jamaica, because we already know you can't. Jamaica has evolved to be one of the world's most recognized brands globally. Yet too many members of the Jamaican family live in standards and conditions that are, simply put, deplorable. On September 3, 2025, we all have an opportunity to put in office a government led by Mark Golding that places the people of the country and every member of the Jamaican family at the center of our policies and programs. In that Jamaica, imagine that you have become unwell and you go to the hospital and there are beds, there are CAT scans, there are MRIs, there is medication and tools to save your lives available right there in the hospital. In that Jamaica, our nurses, teachers, firefighters and police officers have not just better tools to do their jobs professionally, but also better conditions of work and better salaries with overtime benefits not taxed. In that Jamaica, whether you're up on the corner as a youth, or you're working in a salon as a nail technician or a barber, or a deal with the eyelashes or tattoos, your Jamaica becomes not just the land of your birth, but the land in which your dreams can be achieved within your lifetimes. In the Jamaica led by Mark Golding, more affordable houses will be provided so that mothers and fathers can better care for and protect the members of their own family. On September 3, it's not just about a regular election. It is about creating a Jamaica that you at home can love and be a part of the national success that will be gained. Vote PNP on September 3.
Thank you very much to both our teams. Now, in the good spirit of the debate, we now invite both teams to shake hands. And as they do so, that concludes our first debate between Pernell Charles Jr. of the JLP, Kamina Johnson-Smith, and Matthew Samuda.
Listen, this was not a debate. This was a ass whooping by the People's National Party. Listen, anybody can say my bias. I don't care what you're talking about. The amount of lies that was spewed by the Jamaica Labour Party in this debate. I'm telling you, Andre, I'm going to call Andre. I'm going to text Andre. Andre, if the Jamaica, anybody that is connected to the People's National Party that is listening to me right now, the People's National Party need to have a press conference tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Do not let 12 hours pass. 9 a.m., ladies and gentlemen, to debunk all lies that was told in this debate by the Jamaica Labour Party. It is absolutely ridiculous what I heard. When I talk about healthcare, how can they defend what is happening in the healthcare system? People have families that have died on chairs. No wheelchair for them. They stand on board chair, uncomfortable. No CT scan machine. Healthcare is the most deplorable it has been ever in the history of Jamaica. This is why Christopher Tufton didn't come to this debate. He was supposed to be at this debate, not Matthew Samuda, but he cannot face the music because he knows he would have gotten this work. He would have gotten all this work. The PR now go working on one debate. And Kamina Johnson-Smith just totally ran away from the question about illicit enrichment. Totally ran away. She didn't want to address it. She just, the PNP is lying. Bullshit. The Integrity Commission report is not only valid, it's legally binded. Nobody can say that the Integrity Commission is lying on Andrew Ones. Right? Try that and beat with. Everything them say about him and what is questionable is in the report. And if you read the report for yourself, this man has a lot of things that are red flags in his movements, in his dealings, his awarding of contracts to him friend them, his appointment of Mr. Brown to the area of real estate in the office of the Prime Minister, his business partner, right? All of these things. So you have Jamaicans out there that you look past these corruptions, this nepotism, the cronyism, right? And think that this is something that is benefiting us, the Jamaican people. You are sadly mistaken if you allow this man or anybody like him to continue to operate in this manner. You dog me, as a matter of fact, dog me, I'm the dog. There will be no supper. Dog me, I'm the dog. You understand? So I am imploring the People's National Party. I know it's a Sunday, but this is election time. We have 10 days left. Make sure that you have a press conference a morning for debunk all lies that was told by the Jamaica Labour Party in this debate. You want to see them try to sneak in part of them alleged manifesto in debate. The embarrassment of not having a manifesto and going in a debate. I mean, the disrespect to the people of Jamaica and our intelligence for them not to have a manifesto ready. And then they're going to have their manifesto on a rally in front of labor rights and not the Jamaican people on a public platform where CVM TV, TVJ and all the other major networks would be there. Look how the PNP did their manifesto. Yeah, man. I'm going to say, yo, brother. Let me calm down. Big up the PNP, big up Raymond Price, big up the lady that was a part of the team. This was a superior. This was a beatdown by the People's National Party. I have to say, a total beatdown, and I'm glad it just lasted an hour and a half. That means I can now end my life and go home. And yeah, big up on yourself. Yeah, this was not it. I cannot wait to hear from Andre. As a matter of fact, let me go to it. Let me go to Andre page. Hopefully he's still live.
The winning team. Hey, what a debate, man. What a debate.
There was no debate. There was no debate, Mama San. Mama San. You know, sister from, hey, everybody used to talk about Camino Johnson Smith is this bright person. Who never say she never bright tonight. Never bright tonight. And when Raymond's press up, only can't even spell Jamaica.
Hey, why Price have to deal with them? So, oh God, man. Price deal with them too bad, my brother. Price deal with them bad, but remember from before it started, PNP going, you know.
I told you,
Mama predict it already, you know.
Mama San.
You predict it already, my teacher. You predict it.
Mama San, I told you.
Yeah.
I told you. I told Jamaica.
Yes.
I told Jamaica that the PNP would have boxed them left, right, and center. You remember?
Left and center.
And the PNP.
What an embarrassment.
The PNP boxed them up. The PNP put them to school. Damien was deadly. He was cool, calm, and collective. You have some people over here where them not like Damien because him chat too much and this and that. You see Damien as a minister tonight and not Damien as a politician. So me say all who talk about
them. Him is a minister tonight. He never behave like a politician. I don't want to start it from liberal right side. Your son did ignorant. Your son that go on ignorant and go on and what made them lie and wicked so? After the PNP them say them are king for like everything them are sung up. People now sister the hospital wreck, Andre, the hospital system wreck. Remember the doctor tell us that 50 people unalive and dead down at the public hospital and them going to talk about the best of health. Children hospital pity them. You remember one girl called you say she have a pay 70,000 for marriage and jail.
Yes.
For do a baby foot, for do the surgery. So all them are setting on the best of health. And what do them people man and food them sent about vote for the PNP? What do you get? You see them not ambition? And them not about them. Because when you talk about the bank account and the woman and the people, them say a lie. That's why we know Andrew forgot print so everything have exposed.
One by one, they are going to jail. One by one, they are going to jail. Hey!
One market to you will say, PNP to the world. One Andre Stevens to my brother. Stand firm. You are doing it. And we have stand with you until the end.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Hallelujah. My phone a ring like hot bread. Hello, caller. Good night.
Andre?
Yes.
Good night, good night, good night.
Yes.
I never know that. It's tonight I really realize what is disgrace.
What is disgrace?
These people who were talking about, I don't know what they were talking about.
The woman said there is no evidence. There's no evidence. There's no truth to the Prime Minister having 28 bank accounts, and that is a lie.
But every question answer, they don't answer that one of the questions up till this moment. Not even one.
Yes.
And oh my word, Damien and Raymond Price.
Yes.
Raymond Price is fire. This lady here, she is a beast.
Yes.
She is a beast. Oh my word. These laborites, if they don't see that it's pure dunce over there running this country. Trust me. But Raymond Price, Sir Crawford, and Sophie, oh my word, you guys were perfect.
The PNP
You're
was
brilliant.
marvelous. The PNP
You guys
was
are so
marvelous
educated.
Yes.
Look what education looks like.
Well, it don't look good
Look
over
what
the Jamaica
education-
Labour Party.
No, I don't think them can spell education.
Like how they can't spell Jamaica.
Like how they can't spell Jamaica.
All right,
Good
my
night,
friend.
Andrew.
Good night, Donna. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Hi, teacher. Good night.
Yes.
One thing I like, man, most of all, you remember when Raymond Price said they are enemy of the truth? Jesus Christ.
They're enemy of the truth.
Yes, teacher. All right.
All right, Donna. God bless you. Hello, caller. Good night.
Yeah, night, Andre.
Yes.
I don't really want to know why the JLP always have to be the one to go back down in the past.
How much years ago about Chick V? When they not talk about the 24 baby were dead, what day?
No little substance.
Nothing substantial. This was the winning team tonight. If you want, put this up on the status, Jamaica. Put this up on the status, the winning team. The winning team, Jamaica, the winning team. Put that on the status tonight. Hello, good night, caller. Good night, good night, good night.
GLP dead one more time again. No. They put them in them place,
Remember
Andre.
when the Wallana talk about Kamina Johnson Smith, right? See tonight, it was just an empty eggshell. Kamina Johnson Smith could not answer no question that was substantive.
Andre, when you look at them, they start to get upset in their faces, so they muscle the tension in them face. Me know say JAILP dead one more time again. Good night, Andre.
The Labour rights have this consciousness putting up about them win debate. Come on now, Jamaica. Labour rights, if you have a conscience tonight. Look how Pernell Charles Jr. couldn't even talk for the last 45 minutes of the debate. Look how Matthew Samuda couldn't even rebut the questions. Look how Kamina couldn't answer the argument about the Integrity Commission and Education. How no in the right consciousness go and say that the Labour Party win the debate? Oh God, man, Labour rights. Me know say on the wicked. But come on, Labour rights. We are bound to win the debate tonight. Hello, caller, good night.
Yes, good night. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
If I was a Labourite tonight, I would have shame.
You would have shame?
I was a Labourite tonight, I would have shame.
Oh, you would have shame?
You hear what I'm saying? Yeah, would have shame. You know, see, them up there trying to tell the lie, but the tongue in them mouth tired to tell the lie.
Oh, Lord.
You know, see what I want? Me say, them brain a think about the lie, but the tongue in them mouth tired to tell the lie.
Yeah, man.
You know, see that? Listen to me. You see the political rifle of the PNP tonight. It's a rapid burst. You know, see, say it's a fire. Bam, 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 bam.
Them dead.
Me say,
them dead.
Me say, the political rifle. Listen to me, man. The political rifle of the PNP turn on.
Yes.
It's a rapid burst. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You see what country?
Yeah.
I come back. You see the quality and the class
where the PNP present, all when we are this them with class.
Yes.
You know, see that? We are this them with quality. You know, see that? You see, right now, we are sending them home. Enough of them need for go home.
Yes.
Favor all of them need for go home. Go eat ice cream for Sunday with their grandkids. You hear what me I say? We are sending them home. PNP need to stop be shaky and watch for poll and this and that, and we know say we have this lack. September 3 when everything done count, we know what time it go be.
Yes. Tonight the PNP was a class act. Tonight the PNP was a class act.
Quality.
Tonight
so
the
that
PNP
look like Jamaica. That look like
members of government already. Yes.
And the bag of this and the bag of because them never have no time to prepare and come present nothing to it. That's why these are the truth.
Yes.
People tonight running around like headless chicken, you know.
Yes.
You understand? But you want me to say, I'm not take up no more time. Big up on yourself.
All right.
Stop move shaky. September.
All right. Hello, caller. Good night.
Hello, good night.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Andre.
Make it quick.
You know what I was wondering? I was wondering how we going to get closer at our home.
Them I say them win debate. Look how delusion of grandeur. Look upon delusion of grandeur, the Labour right there. Look upon the delusion of grandeur. Which part of the Labour Party win debate tonight? Yes, caller, what you saying?
Mad people.
Take it off, producer. Take it off there, producer. Take it off. Make us show them who are the real debaters tonight. Make us show them who are the real debaters tonight. All right. Hello, caller. Good night.
Good night, my boss.
Yes.
Call the rubbish truck for me. Call the rubbish truck for me.
Yes.
Tell us we have 3 bags of rubbish we can't go Riverton. Yeah.
You have 3 garbage we can't go over Riverton.
Yes. Call the rubbish truck for me.
Which part on them win debate? All right.
You're mad. I'm not winning no debate, man.
National solid waste of time.
Yeah, waste of time. Yes.
All right.
That's why you call the rubbish truck for me.
All right, my friend. I hear you loud and clear. Hello, caller. Good night. The people them say delusion of grandeur this, you know. This a delusion of grandeur. The people them say them win the debate. Them get a beaten Jamaica. Them get a beaten. Them dead. My phone Jamaica. Me about 500 missed call on the phone. Me can't answer it the way the phone a freeze up. Lord Jesus. Let me play one song then. Me could get back in the groove again. Me could get back in the groove, Jamaica.
Jamaica, you ready?
My check. Big up Rose, big up Dion, big up everybody on the live. I'm going to end the live right now. See me I say, thank you guys for being here. You feel me? Like me say, anybody with on the live have any connection to anybody in the People's National Party, I know enough for uno connected to Dr. Dayton Campbell and them something there. No 5 people that listen to me, them directly connected to the leadership. You need to tell them, organize a press conference 9 a.m. a morning and debunk all of the foolishness and the lie them with the man then telling another debater. You understand? That is it. And I'm out. Peace.